Woo! Let me see. Can I see all the beautiful faces coming up on the screen? Let me see. Let me see. Yeah! There they are. There they are. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. There we go. There's all the faces coming up, coming up, coming up. I see you. Welcome to You Are Yoga Ninja, everyone. We are going to play today with our arm balances. I am so excited for you to explore the world of standing on your hands and upside down without years of struggle and without years of face planting. I'm so excited that you're here, friends. Tell me in the chat, hopefully you see the chat box, where are you tuning in from? I'm so excited to have you all here. Put it in the chat. Oh, Egypt. Yeah, amazing. I just love this. Every time we run these trainings, which is a couple of times a year, my favorite thing is seeing people come together from all parts of the world, all walks of life, to work on this common goal and this common passion that we all have. That is so cool. I'm going to ask team to keep your eyes on the participants list and keep people muted for me. There's already people unmuted. Can you just be relentless about that, team? Thank you. All right, I love it. Oklahoma, Virginia Beach, Jordan. Ooh, we have one of our coaches in Jordan too. Florida, Australia. Lisa, you stayed up all night to be here. That is commitment. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning in Australia right now. I love it. Welcome, everyone. So if you have been stuck with your arm balance and inversions, arm balances and inversions, still not flying your crow pose, struggling to get your handstand off the wall, looking around the room in yoga class going, how is any of this possible? You are so in the right place. I'm so excited for you because what I'm going to be sharing in this training today is going to help you start to master these poses step by step in a way that makes sense, bypass years of trial and error, and make breakthroughs you are really proud of. And I can't wait to dig into it. So today's training is going to be in 2 parts. Okay, part webinar for the first 30 minutes. It's going to be me talking to you about the theory of what we're going to be doing today with slides. And after the webinar portion, we're going to go to the mat and we're going to practice. And then we're going to give you coaching. So the practice portion will be, we'll do a warm up all together. We're going to break down the pose and then we'll put you in breakout rooms with our team of coaches. I'm going to introduce you to them a little bit later, or them to you rather. And we'll give you coaching to help you unlock the poses right on the spot. Okay, so we're going to be together for about 3 hours. I love to over deliver. When I get going, the passion just comes out, and we give you a lot. So it's going to be a little long, and it's going to be a little and a lot awesome. So welcome and get excited. Communication in the training. You will notice we have a chat box. When we ask you to answer questions, please put them in the chat box. I'm going to be asking you to share a couple things. I'm going to be asking you questions about where you're at in your practice. If you want to celebrate each other, do that in the chat. If you have questions, you should see a button on your screen that says more. And if you click on more, you'll also see a box that says Q&A. If you have questions that you need us to answer, first of all, keep your ears open because I'm going to answer a lot of things just as I teach. But if you have a specific question, put it in the Q&A box. The Q&A box stays open. Our team will see it and they'll be able to answer much better than in the chat. The chat just goes too fast and we miss a lot of things. All right. Now, as a thank you for hanging out with us for the entire training today, you're going to get a few special gifts. Number 1, you're going to get the gift of my myofascial release mobility cheat sheet. I'm going to tell you all about myofascial release. It's the practice of using massage balls and foam rollers to open up tight areas of your body. And it can make an immense difference in your arm balance practice by giving you access to poses that your body feels a little bit too tight for. A few minutes with balls on strategic muscles opens up amazing mobility. So you're going to get my cheat sheet that tells you where to put the balls to open up what muscles in your body. And you're going to get my arm balance progress tracker. You can print this out, put it on your fridge, and as you start to unlock arm balances in your practice, you can keep track of where you are in your process. It's just fun to track where we are and how we grow. All right. And at the very end of class today, by the way, these are my amazing Yogi Flight School leggings designed by our very own coach, Stuart, who you'll meet later. One person who's still here live with us at the end of the call is going to win a pair of leggings. We're going to pick a name from the chat, and then we'll reach out to you, get your size and your address, and send you a pair of leggings. All right, so stick with us till the end. And lastly, if you're on social media and you're inspired while we're here to take a picture of this with your phone, to take a picture of your practice or make a video, post it on social media, tag us at Yogi Flight School, and we're going to pick a person to win a Stack Your Shit Yogi Flight School mug that we will send to your house as well if you're the winner. So feel free to take social media content, tag us, and play along. All right. So today, my friends, is a foundations training. I cannot teach advanced skills until we establish that we're all speaking the same language. And since we're all coming in to this training from different walks of life, different levels of experience, we get to start at the beginning. And I'm going to be offering things for everyone. So if you're a brand new beginner, never done arm balances before, you're in the right place. If you've done arm balances before, you're here to refine your skills, to get new skills, you're also in the right place. I'm going to be layering stuff on top so that everyone, no matter what level you're at, you come out of here having hopefully learned something new, refined something, or gained a new skill. Okay. Now, in order to help us know who is in the room, we have a plan, and we still want to know who's physically here with us. I don't like to put people in a box, but for today's purposes, please put yourself in a box. Which one are you? Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4? Are you a fledgling ninja? I don't know how any of this is possible. Are you a dabbling ninja? I got a couple of poses, but the rest look pretty insane. I'm a glued to the wall ninja. I've been trying to get that damn handstand off the wall forever. Or I'm a stop dropping ninja. I've got most of my freestanding arm balances and inversions. I'm working on transitions and pressing. Good. Okay. Lots of ones, lots of twos, lots of threes, a couple of fours. Amazing. So please take a look at the chat right now. I asked this question for multiple reasons. Number 1, for us to know who is here so we can serve you best. And number 2, so you can see who's here. Because as we start to get into the physical practice, your brain is going to do what our human brain does. It's going to want to compare to the person on the screen on the left over there in the little square. And if we do that, we steal from ourselves the opportunity to be in our own practice. So I want you to see that you're here with brand new beginners, and you're here with people who've been working on this for a really long time. And I love that we all come together to do this together. And that means don't compare yourself. There is going to be something for everyone, as I said before. Now, there's only 3 situations in which this training is not going to be for you. Situation number 1, if you're more committed to your limitations than you are to your possibilities. If you're here and you're like, I know I can't do this, I'm just here to prove to you that I can't do this. If you come in with that mindset, that's exactly what you're going to create. Okay. Number 2, if you've already learned some of this stuff, this training is going to ask you to unlearn some of it, to possibly learn a new approach that might get you there faster and that might give you a stronger grasp of the fundamentals. So if you're going to be like, this is not what my yoga teacher said, so it's wrong, we're going to bump into each other. So I ask for open-mindedness. Be willing to unlearn something in order to relearn it in a new way. And number 3, if you get upset when somebody gives you hours of free education and then makes an offer to help you on a deeper level, that's also going to be an issue, because I wish I could teach you everything I know about arm balances in 3 hours, but I can't. So for some of you at the end of this training, you're going to be like, holy shit, this makes so much sense. I want to do more. And for those of you who want to do more, I'm going to be telling you at the very end how you can continue to do more with us. All right. So you, my friend, are the sole uncontested author of your life. I am going to serve you. My team are going to serve you, but you are the one who creates your experience. Okay. So if you're sitting here going, oh my God, it's already been 6 minutes and we haven't arm balanced yet, and I'm just going to go to Instagram and start scrolling, you're going to create a specific kind of experience for yourself. Lean in. You're going to get what you put into this training. And I promise you, you're going to come out of here with a big smile on your face. All right. Who's this lady who's shouting at you? I'm going to introduce myself briefly and then we'll get right into it. My name is Natanya. I've been teaching arm balances and inversions since 2015. I'm a lover of coffee, cats. You might meet my cats later, and cursing. There will be F-bombs. I don't know when they will come out of my mouth, but they will. So if you're sensitive to language, just be forewarned. Yeah. My first yoga class, you guys, I walked into the studio, I set up my mat, and a lady next to me did this. She went from down dog into a fucking scorpion handstand. My face just fell off. Literally. I was like, oh, how? I want to do that. And immediately I was like, I can't do that. I can't even touch my toes. But that day set me on a journey to learn handstand. I spent 5 years learning how to handstand. This is a picture of me being hoisted into a handstand in a workshop a bajillion years ago. Okay. But I spent 5 years doing it, not because it takes 5 years, But because I spent those years doing more core work, has anybody heard that you need a strong core to hold your handstand? I heard that. So I did a shit ton of core work and my handstand wasn't getting any closer. Yeah. I spent those years flinging myself at the wall and then trying to peel my feet off the wall and waiting for balance and then getting super frustrated when it wasn't balancing. Does anybody else do that? Put your feet on the wall and then peel them off and go, oh, come on. Why aren't you balancing? Yeah, that was my life. Okay. I was super attached to the result. I was practicing the handstand only so I could get the handstand. I wasn't in love with the practice. I wasn't in love with showing up for myself. I was attached. And some of you may or may not know, but that's not how yoga works. Okay. Yoga requires two things from us. And yoga is really not about handstands at all. It's about inner peace and coming home to yourself. But yoga says that inner peace or any goal that you want in your life requires two things from you: commitment and detachment. Show up and do the work because you know it's good for you and let go of when and how you get the result. Never give up and always let go. And I was not practicing my handstand like that. I was giving up real easy and I was only practicing for the result. But I have any yoga teachers in the room? Yoga Sutra 1.12, Abhyasa and Vairagya. This is what it's talking about. Yeah. So my truth was, those years that I was practicing handstand, I was really blaming my body for not being good enough or hot enough or sexy enough or whatever. I was comparing myself to every tall blonde in yoga class next to me. I was being jealous of people who were living a life that I wanted and that I wasn't living. I was half-assing my practice and giving into fear all over my life. I was in a toxic relationship, in a dead-end career, and I blamed everybody else but myself. And what I learned is that how you do one thing is how you do everything. How I was doing my handstand practice, half in, half out, expecting magic without being willing to put in the work, is the same way I was living my life. Wanting somebody to hand me something, waiting for permission, just waiting and not actually taking it by the horns and creating my life. And when I got my handstand finally, you guys, obviously I did or I wouldn't be here, I realized two very important things. Number one, most arm balance and inversion approaches focus on the wrong thing. They focus a lot on strength and drills and strength and drills and strength and drills without really explaining to you how the poses work so that your brain understands. And number two, they don't focus on what is in between your ears, your mindset, because this controls everything. And if we only address the body and we don't address what's up here, we don't get the result. And when you get this practice has the potential to transform your entire life, because who you become to make your handstand possible is somebody who doesn't give up, who doesn't make up stories, who believes in themselves, and who makes the literal impossible possible. And what that does for your life turns you into a different person. And therefore, the Yogi Flight method was born, because once I saw that, I couldn't unsee it. And I said, this is my purpose on this planet. Yeah. And now I teach the Yogi Flight method, which you're going to learn today on retreats. I started it at my former yoga studio in Los Angeles. I teach it at live events and to tens of thousands of humans all over the world on the internet, just like you here today. Okay. So today I'm going to break down the Yogi Flight method, so you can see and experience how an approach based on mechanics and mindset is the most effective way to fly your arm balances. But first, I want to ask you, why are you here? Okay, we're going to get started in just a second. We've already started, but the actual material. I know you don't take 3 hours out of your busy life to sit in front of a stranger on the internet unless it means something to you. So pop it in the chat. Why do you want to arm balance and invert? What's it going to mean for how you see yourself? Like, why do you give a shit about that? I know what it meant to me. I told you above, but tell me what it means to you. To get back into my practice, to learn something new. Fun. Yeah. To show myself I can do something hard. Make the most of my body. Yeah. Strength and power. Thank you. Yes. Overcome fear and difficulties. I love it. There's no right answer. There's only the right answer for you. And I want you to really anchor yourself in that, because when shit gets hard, you have to remember your why. Yeah. Your why is what keeps you coming back. All right. So my friends, contrary to what you may believe, arm balancing is not a strength game. It's a physics game. Strength helps for sure. Arm balances make you stronger for sure. But being strong, having a lot of strength, it's not the requirement to start. It's not the requirement to be successful at all. Okay. And we're going to get into why and all of that. But if you've ever said things like, I need more core strength, my arms are too short for this pose. I'll sit, anyone? I'm not flexible enough. I just can't, no matter what, I can't take my second foot off the wall without falling back down. If any of these things have ever come out of your mouth or in your brain, you're trying to solve a mechanics or a mindset problem with your body. And the truth is that the majority of the pose happens in your brain first. You need to understand what you're asking your body to do intellectually. Yeah. And that's why we're doing this slideshow, because I want you to understand it theoretically and intellectually before you go put it in your body. And then you also need to know when it's your mind that's holding you back. A lot of us think my body isn't letting me do this. Your body is letting you. It's your brain that isn't. And knowing when it's your body and when it's your mind is really important, because if you're trying to fix a mental issue with your body, that's never going to happen, right? And when I say it's not about strength, a lot of people are like, I can't do chaturanga, so I can't do arm balances. Look at these two photos on the screen. Chaturanga on the left, crow pose on the right. Do you see how the bend in the elbows is much deeper in chaturanga than it is in crow pose? The vast majority of arm balances have your elbows bent at less than 90 degrees. That means you don't even need chaturanga to arm balance. Get the strength thing out of your head. I have so many students who were like, I'm never going to be able to do this. This is Anita on day 1 of her practice with our method, holding crow pose. And she was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to hold up my body on my arms. Well, boom shakalaka. There she is, right? I love seeing students rewrite their stories of their weak arms and unlocking poses pretty much right away. This student is practicing chaturanga on her knees. She hasn't unlocked it yet, but boom, look at her doing the thing anyway. Strength is truly secondary. There's 2 requirements for balance. Number 1, having a solid base. Whatever's on the floor has got to be set up properly and really solid. Number 2, your center of gravity, the heaviest part of your body, for most of us, it's the hip region, needs to go up right on top of your base. That is the mechanics of balance. Okay. At Yogi Flight School, we call this stack your shit. Stack your shit on top of your other shit. So it's all stacked. Yeah. Strength is not in this equation. Trust is in this equation. Let me explain. Look at these little photos. Check out the one on the top and look specifically at the red line. Do you see how that red line goes through my wrist? Okay. And then look at my elbow and my knee. Do you see how both my elbow and my knee are behind the red line? Yeah, that's where most people try to arm balance from. They hop forward, their feet keep coming back to the ground, and then they go, nah, I'm just not strong enough to hold it. I need more core strength. And I'm like, no, honey bunny, your shit is not stacked. Look at photo number 2. You see how the green line goes through my elbow? And you see how my knee is in front of the green line? That is what we call stacked. I've taken my heaviest part of my body and brought it forward over my hands. This is not a question of strength. You don't need strength for this. Your body actually really wants to stack. When you're stacked, it's lighter than any other point in the equation, okay? But it does require trust, because watch this little video. Look how far forward I have to go for my feet to lift up. It's going to play one more time. Look, I go forward and then more forward, more forward, more forward, more forward for the feet to lift. I call this the oh shit point. The oh shit point, because when you go that far forward, everything inside you is going to be like, oh shit, I'm going to fall. And you get to trust that exactly there, the place where you don't want to go, that is where you're going to find your magic, okay? It's on the other side of that which scares you. And I'm also not telling you to just throw yourself forward without a plan. Your fingers are your braking system. So we shift forward and then we brake using our hands, okay? Secretly, your hands control your balance, not your core, okay? Now, anybody experience wrist pain in your yoga practice or in your arm balance practice? Put a 1 or a yes in the chat. I want to see if this is true for anybody else. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you're saying no, cool, great, awesome. For me, this was huge. Wrist pain was huge in my practice until I learned about Hasta Bandha, the hand lock. And I'm going to teach it to you today. The hand lock is a technique that provides wrist stabilization. And secretly, I used to think my wrists were too weak. Anybody have this thing? My wrists are weak. These are your wrists. They're tiny. The little muscles in here, all they're doing is really connecting bones together. The power and the strength of your wrists comes from the muscles of your hands and your forearms. Do me a favor. Grab your forearm like this and squeeze it. Squeeze it so you like see the squeeze. Now open and close your hand. Can you feel your forearm muscles firing underneath your hand? Hopefully you can, right? Those are your finger extensors and flexors. Those are the muscles that control what's happening in your hands. So if we're sitting here worried about these little muscles, we're doing it wrong. We need to be focused on these muscles over here, okay? And we're gonna get into that physically in just a little bit, all right? So what I want you to hear with all of this is that for people who say that they can't balance, you're not gonna like this, but it's true. It's because they're letting fear dictate their choices. Fear of falling, fear of looking stupid, fear of getting hurt. Yeah, because your body can do it, but you need to allow yourself to go beyond the point where you want to go. All right. You cannot create a new result on your yoga mat or in your life if you're grasping to your comfort zone. If you're like, I want to stay where it's comfortable, I want to stay where I know what's going to happen, we're never going to make the thing happen. You get to take a leap of faith. And this becomes even more important, my friends, when you are managing the weight of a back leg behind you. So many of you, I spent the week connecting with so many of you, asking what you wanted to learn and why you were coming to this training. And so many people said poses like one-legged crow or flying splits that have a big long leg behind them, right? This question of self-trust comes into play so much more with these. Because in order to hold that back leg up in the air, you have to shift your entire body weight more forward. This is about fear. It is not about anything else, all right? We're going to get into all of that in a bit. Now, what about inversions? Okay. Joint stacking is the same. We need to get the hips stacked over the shoulders. So it's different joints that are stacking, but the concept is the same. Look at the photo on the left. You see the red line? Many people come into headstand like this and then they tell me, Nat, I don't feel like I have the core strength to lift my legs up. Put a 1 in the chat if this is something that's ever entered your head. I need core strength to lift my legs in headstand. Yeah. If you feel like you need core strength to lift your legs, it's because your hips are in the wrong place. If you're starting with your hips over your shoulders, you don't need core strength. Your legs come up all by themselves. And we're going to practice that in a bit. What you do need is your body parts in the right place. And for that, a proper warm up and sometimes using props is what's going to get us there. Okay. Now you might be sitting here being like, okay, Nat, that's great, but what about handstand? I'm here for handstand. I know so many of you are here for handstand. That was my holy grail, so I get it. Here's what has most people stuck in their handstand practice. Number 1, backtracking the balance off the wall. Put a 1 in the chat if this is what you do. I asked this question earlier. You kick up to the wall, and then you try to take one foot off the wall, and then the second foot, and you're expecting to just hold it. Yeah, this is how they teach it to us in yoga class. It's so ineffective for many reasons. Number 1, it requires you to always have a wall. You're teaching yourself to hit something and then backtrack, but you're never teaching yourself how to kick up without something behind you. And number 2, there are so many amazing drills you can do at the wall and you should do at the wall, but simply peeling one foot off and then the other is not one of them. Okay, that's never going to teach you anything of value. So the wall is used strategically in very specific ways, but not like that. That's just going to keep you stuck forever. Mistake number 2, you're insisting on the perfect line. Tell me here if you're like, I don't want a banana back in my handstand. And if you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. But so many people don't want the banana back. They don't want the banana. I want straight. I don't want it if it's going to look like this. It's got to be perfect or nothing. And if you're like that, you're holding yourself back. Because for many of us, especially people with limited shoulder mobility, you're gonna balance like a banana before you balance straight, and that gets to be okay. If you are waiting for perfection before you try getting to your goals, you are holding the carrot away from yourself. At Yogi Flight School, we take the path of least resistance first. The truth is that your handstand can balance in many different shapes. You get to find the shape that's most viable for your anatomy. And for many of us, that involves keeping the legs split. People struggle because they want to bring their legs together too soon. Yeah? The legs together handstand, we all want it. That's the one we covet. And that's the hardest one to balance because it requires you to be so perfectly aligned. But if you use your legs and you split them, your legs become tools for counterbalance. We'll talk about counterbalance as well today. Okay? I love this share from one of my students. She was like, I'm super happy with my day one progress on handstand because we had her work with a specific leg position that was working for her brain and her anatomy. All right. Here's one thing that you really need to get about handstand that totally changed how I thought about it. Handstand is secretly a fall that you are preventing from happening. I'll say that again. It's a fall that you're preventing from happening. What happens most of the time? We kick up, we under kick, right? We kick up, we come back down. We kick up, we come back down. We kick up, we come back down because we're afraid to kick up and then flip over and get injured or fall. But the truth is that in order to actually get high enough, you have to be willing to go a little bit too far. If you're not willing to go a little bit too far, you won't get to the place that you need to go. Your hands are what stops you from going too far. Watch this little video. I tried to exaggerate it. You see, I overkick. It looks like I'm about to go over. You see me wobble to stabilize it. I'll play it one more time. I overshoot. I'm like, whoa, going over. And it's the hand braking system that stops the momentum. In order to do this, my friends, you have to learn how to fall. Because in order to hold a handstand, you have to tell your brain, I'm going to overshoot and then I'm going to stop it. But if you don't feel safe to overshoot because you don't have an exit strategy, your brain will not let you do it. Your brain will depend and require a wall to be behind you. And I love working with people on this because people are like, well, I'm scared to fall. I don't want to fall. And I say, until you become willing to take the risk, your handstand will not balance. What you resist persists. What you refuse to break through will continue to tap you on the shoulder and continue to be a wall in your way. Okay, the magic happens on the other side of fear, not on this side, not just here, but in your life. Everything you want is out here, outside of your comfort zone. If you already had it, you wouldn't want it, right? But we're here. This is the life that we know. These are the risks that we've already taken. Everything we want is over there, and we got to go get it. So if you're like, I really want my freestanding handstand, and I don't practice bailing, well, that's what's in your way. We got to practice bailing. All right. I love these shares from students. She's like, I can't tell you how amazing it feels to have lost all the fear that held me back for so long when she finally got her freestanding pincha. These students are like, this was a big one to conquer, to finally accept falling and learn that it's not such a big deal. This student goes, I wouldn't have imagined getting off the wall so early. Learning to fall gave me the confidence, right? The only way out is through, people. So what I hope to implore or to impart on you with this is that it's not about muscles, right? It's not about just being the strongest person in the room. It's about alignment. Where do I put my body parts? Once your body parts are in position, what do I do with the body parts? That's mechanics. Because it's not just putting your body parts somewhere. It's like, and then what do I do with them? It's about creating muscle memory. How do I warm up my body so it knows exactly what I'm doing? How do I and where do I get the courage to trust the oh shit point? Because that oh shit point is real and you get to go through it. And it's also about overcoming common issues. There's a lot of mistakes that people make in arm balances and inversions, and it's about knowing what those mistakes are so you can shorten your learning curve and not fall into the trap of years of making those mistakes. Okay. And because it's about all of that, yoga classes just don't cut it. Most yoga classes give you what, 3 minutes, 5 minutes at the end of class to kick up a few times and then we move on. They're just not designed for that, right? And if they are, they give you a few mediocre cues. Some teachers, unless you stumbled into a yoga teacher who's really good at teaching this stuff, most classes that I've taken, they show you how they do it at the front of the room and you're like, oh, that's amazing. I want to do that. But they don't prepare you strategically. They don't break it down in a way that makes sense for your brain and for your body. Some do, but many don't, right? So that's literally why I created the Yogi Flight Method, because I saw there was a gap. I saw people going to yoga classes and struggling for years when we don't need to struggle for years. We can unlock these poses in weeks, yeah? So I created the Yogi Flight Method. It's the only system designed to teach you exactly what to do, how to do it, and more importantly, how to fix what's not working, all right? It's not a bunch of drills. It's a proven step-by-step process that you're going to experience today that has worked with thousands of normal-bodied humans all over the world. This is the method. I'm going to tell you what it is, and then we're going to go practice, all right? It's 4 steps. Prep it, flip it, stack it, and fly it. In the prep it step, we prepare the body from hands to toes with the strategic drills that train every action that's happening in the pose. This is where you build your mind muscle connection, because every pose requires you to make a series of actions with your body. Look at this pose. Yeah. My shoulder is doing one thing. My other shoulder is doing something else. My neck is doing this. My one leg is in the air. My other leg is twisted this way. You got to tell your body what to do with each body part separately before you put them all together. Otherwise, your brain looks at this and goes, huh? Where does what go? Right? So training each body part separately to do the thing that it needs to do in the pose is how you start to build that mind muscle connection. All right. The warm up itself is where you engage the strength that you already have in the way that you need to use it for the pose. All right. You might be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense for strength. What about flexibility? Same thing. The warm up itself is where we open up the areas of the body that you need. And for those of us who are tight people, any tight people in the room, put a 1 in the chat. I'm a tight as fuck person. Definitely not a bendy human. Yeah. For the tight people in the room, myofascial release, playing with your balls, is the greatest thing ever. Look at this. This is my student Pete. His photo on the left is before a myofascial release class. The photo on the right is 1 hour later. 1 hour later, same day. Okay. All we did was use massage balls strategically on the specific muscles that need to be opened up for this pose. Okay. This is not an arm balance, but it illustrates my point here. So the warm up is where you would use MFR to create the mobility that you might be missing. And it can be created in minutes, as you can see here from Pete. All right. Step 2 of the method is flip it. All right. Break down the pose with gravity. If the first time you do the pose is balancing, no wonder it's hard. You got to do the pose on your butt, on your front, on your back, standing up, laying down, in every which way before you add anti-gravity properties, right? Get your body understanding what the shape feels like in every possible plane before you flip it upside down. Your brain will thank you. Step 3, stack it. This is where you align your joints so you can depend on structure instead of strength, okay? Every pose has a specific set of alignment points and actions that make it fly. Once your knee is on this elbow, what do you do with that knee? Do you just leave it there? It does something, right? So the mechanical pieces is where this comes together in the stack it step. Sorry, my words are escaping me today. And this is also where you understand common pitfalls and how to fix them immediately. When I teach you the poses in a little bit, I'm going to tell you exactly what goes wrong for most people. And if you're not getting that information, you're going to waste your time because you're going to be doing the thing that goes wrong for most people. And lastly, fly it. This is where you trust the oh shit point. This is where you know there's going to be an oh shit point. You know there's going to be fear. So you're ready to face it and go into it. And you get coaching to help you fly. All right. Coaching is what's missing for so many people, because how can you fix an issue if you don't even know what the issue is? Most of the time you can't. Okay. Coaching is the difference between I'm almost there, but I don't know what's holding me back from that last little bit. And oh my God, I just got it. All right. A trained eye that can tell you exactly what to tweak is magic. I love these shares. She goes, after the coaching, I managed an 8-second hold near the wall without touching it. This student goes, back bends are not my thing, but with some help and modifications and advice from the coaches, I'm able to get into the shapes. Coaching makes a huge difference. And if you're like, okay, Nat, this all sounded great, but I'm not built like any of these people that you've showed me on these slides, I would like to introduce you to a few of my Yogi Flight School students who were in bodies that they thought would not be able to balance. And look at them doing incredible things upside down and on their hands. I do not love it when people have excuses. I much prefer when people step into their possibilities, right? And I have seen nothing but people prove that anything is possible if you want it. Yeah. Those of you who have a story about being too old, all of these ninjas are in their 60s and 70s. We have so many in our community who do not take age as an excuse either. This ninja started yoga at 61. She's now 64 years old in 7 months, and look at her go. This ninja celebrated her 70th birthday in our community. Goals, you guys, fucking goals, okay? 2, celebrated her 68th birthday in a handstand. Here is what nobody talks about. What you believe is what you create. Your beliefs create your future. So if you're walking around going, I'm too heavy, I'm too old, that's exactly what you're going to create. Okay? You get to believe that it's possible, number one. We're going to work on that today. The yoga mat is a mirror for your life. The things that you say to yourself when you are up against a challenging pose on the mat, I guarantee you, it's the same thing that comes up when you're up against a challenge in your real life out there. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. You are the same person on your yoga mat as out there. So if you have a story of, I'm not strong enough, I'm not flexible enough, I'm too old, I'm gonna hurt myself, I have a weak this and a weak that, long legs, short legs, you can't do this online, you can't learn this as an adult. If you have any of these, I call these limiting beliefs. These are not facts. These are limiting beliefs. If you have any of these in your head, I guarantee you they are also going on out there. They're probably the same beliefs that are stopping you from not going for the job or from going for the job, stopping you from leaving a relationship that's no longer serving, stopping you from saying no to what you don't want, saying yes to what you do want. Because it's not like you turn off your brain when you step out of your yoga mat, right? So what we're doing here is much bigger than just yoga. Because when you conquer your limiting beliefs on your mat, suddenly you're showing up different everywhere. When you believe in yourself in a new way here, you take that self-belief with you out there. And I teach this stuff, yes, because teaching you how to do handstands is cool, but I teach this because I believe in empowering every person I come into contact with to believe that you can live the life that you want to live. And who you become when you stop playing small, nobody can take that away from you, okay? You get to stop giving your power away to your circumstances. It's too late, I'm too short, I'm too heavy, I have no time, I have no money, I have no support. We do that shit all over our lives. Not all of us, but many of us. Yeah? We blame. It's the fault of this, it's the fault of that, it's the economy, it's my boss, it's my kids, it's my job. We absolve ourselves of responsibility. Your life is not happening to you. Your life is happening for you. Everything that's in front of you is an opportunity to ask yourself, what do I want? And who do I want to be? And with this handstand and arm balance practice, you get to bring your future into your present. Declare it without evidence. I'm balancing on my hands on a mountain like these people because I fucking said so. Now, let's backtrack and actually make it happen. Okay? You change your beliefs by creating new evidence, and we're going to create new evidence today, right here, right now, together. Are you ready? Let's do it. All right. I want to introduce you to your amazing coaches for today. I realize the slide doesn't even show their faces. So I'm going to hide the slide so you can see their actual faces. I'm going to unspotlight my video and put ourselves in gallery view. If you go to gallery view, my friends, you will see your amazing coaching team for today. We have got Coach Stewart in the house, Coach Marina, Coach Julia, Coach Eileen, Coach Kelsey. Oh my gosh, where are the rest of our coaches? Coach Andrew, Coach Danny. Where are you guys? I can't see you. Coach Sylvia, Coach Asher, Coach Eileen, Coach Jem. Who have I forgotten? I think I forgot someone. There's 12 of them in the house. If I forgot you, did I say Andrew? Oh my God, I'm the worst. Anyway, thank you, coaches, for being here. These coaches are incredible humans who have been fully trained in the Yogi Flight method. They've been part of the Yogi Flight School community for years, and they've all completed our certification program that certifies them to teach and coach arm balances with the Yogi Flight method specifically. We're not the only ones who teach arm balances, but we are the only ones who teach them this way. All right? And they're going to be supporting you. I'm going to tell you all about how the class is going to go down. But first, here's what you're going to need for today. Whoops, where's my slides? Okay, you're going to need a mat, obvi. If you're brand new to arm balances, a pillow, face plant pillow, yeah? A hard floor if possible. Take me to the kitchen, take me to the bathroom if you only have carpet in your house. If you can't go to the kitchen or to the bathroom, be on carpet. But if you have coffee table books, put those under your hands. Having a hard surface under your hands is most excellent to get feedback from the floor, from your fingers. If you cannot get a hard floor, don't worry about it. It's fine. All right. You might need a small folded towel, like a towel from your like kitchen or from the bathroom, like a small one. And possibly, not possibly, a small sliver of wall space. If you're like panicking, shit, I don't have all these things, don't stress. You're alone in your house with me on Zoom. What's going to happen? If you're missing something, you can always just skip it, watch, take notes, and come back to it later. Okay. We are going to be sending out the replay after class, so you'll be able to review the information again. All right. Rules. Only 4 rules. Number 1, don't compare yourself. We checked in at the beginning of the session. You saw that there's people of all levels of experience here. Take what is for you, leave what feels like it's not for you right now, and use other people as inspiration for what's possible. If it's possible for one person, it's possible for you too. They're just a little bit further along in the journey, that's all. Number 2, do the damn thing. Unless you're injured, if you're injured or you're sick, take notes, chill out, hang out. If you are committed to doing this, do it. I cannot download arm balances into your body by osmosis. I'd love to. Actually, no, I wouldn't love to, because doing the work is life-changing, as we've seen. So do the thing to the best of your ability. That's how you're going to get the breakthrough. Okay. I encourage you to be on camera, especially when we go into breakout rooms. We cannot help you if we can't see you. We can't coach you if we can't see you. So if you want coaching, you're going to need to be on camera. And if you have one of those cameras that moves, turn that move function off, because when it does that, we can't see anything. It's literally just doing this the whole time. Okay. Rule number 3, be kind. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Okay. Self beat up is a place a lot of us go to. See, I told you I couldn't do it. I'm a piece of shit. I'm too fat. I'm too this. None of that. You are learning something new. There is a learning curve. Try to be in the excitement of what it feels like to watch yourself learn something new. And be kind to other people. We do not tolerate assholiness of any kind in our community. If you are an a-hole, you will be ushered out of the meeting. Cool? And number 4, have fun. Because if we're not having fun, what the actual fuck are we doing? All right. And lastly, injury public service announcement. You are in charge of your body. We're on Zoom. We're going to do our very best to support you with things that come up. And you are in charge of your body. If at any point you feel discomfort, you're like, that kind of hurts. Yeah, it kind of hurts sometimes. Okay, get over it. If you feel sharp pain where your nervous system is like, that's not good, back off, stop, put it in the chat, let us know what's happening, and we'll do our best to help. Okay. If you are nursing an injury, a broken wrist, like, be smart. Okay. Don't do something that your doctor would be very upset with you for doing. If you have a neck injury, the first part of class, you're going to be totally fine. As we get into our second part of class, I'm going to recommend some different things for our neck people. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to get to all the modifications, but if you have a neck injury, a slipped disc, a degenerated disc, metal rods in your neck, you're going to pause on the second part of class, all right? But first part should be fine for most people. We're going to do a really good wrist warm-up. So if you have wrist stuff, arthritis, issues with that, the warm-up is going to help. All right. Cool beans, my friends. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to practice, and then we're going to come back after the practice and do some Q&A. And we're going to tell you, some of you are going to want to do more. So we're going to tell you about that. And then we're going to give away all of our freebies, our gifts, our leggings, and all of that. All righty. So here's how this is going to go. We're going to have, I'm a little 3 minutes behind schedule. Here's how this is going to go. You're going to practice along with me, okay? And then when it's time to go into the breakout rooms, I'm going to explain how the breakout rooms work. But I'm going to wait and do that later. Please stand up and meet me standing. And we're going to illustrate something very briefly so that you understand what we mean. So first thing I want you to understand is braking system, all right? How do we not fall on our face? So standing on your feet, your body does this all day long and you don't even think about it. Please start to lean forward and lean back. And look at your toes. What happens when you lean forward? Do you see how your toes grip the floor? And when you lean back, your toes sort of lift up off the floor. Yeah, you don't have to think about that, right? You lean forward, your toes grip to stop you from falling. If your toes didn't grip, you can even try. lean forward. Don't grip your toes. You're just gonna run forward, right? That is the mechanism of the braking system. Your feet do it by themselves. You don't have to think about it. Your hands, because you're not used to standing on them, you have to actually tell your hands to do that. But your hands work the same way that your feet work. Okay, your fingers become your brakes. So let's talk about. Let's warm up our hands first. So meet me in a seat. So if you guys ever go to a yoga class and the teacher starts to give you time to work on arm balances and you have not done a wrist warm up and you experience wrist pain, that's going to be issue number one, right? We really want to warm up that which we are about to stand on. So if it feels safe to do so, please close your eyes or soften your gaze. And start to make circles with your fists. Pick a direction, any direction. And then take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale through the nose. And change the direction of your wrist circles. Go the other way. Breathe it in. And through the nose, breathe it out. Beautiful. Good. And then let the circles go. And we're going to begin to flick your fingers vigorously. Okay. So this is like, imagine you just washed your hands in a public restroom, but you either have the air blower thing or they're out of paper towels and you need to get the water off your hands, right? You could wipe them on your legs, but you don't want to do that. You're just going to flick. It's not a wrist flick. It's a finger flick. Okay. And flick quickly. What are we doing here? We are warming up the muscles of the forearms and the palms. Remember earlier I had you grab your forearm and feel the muscles firing? This is what we're doing here. Yeah, we're preparing your wrists to bear your weight. Now, very quickly, like 10 seconds ago, this probably started to suck. And by that, I mean it becomes challenging and annoying, and your brain wants you to stop. I want you to go deeper. Close your eyes if it feels safe to do so. Start to feel the discomfort and choose to go through it, not stop. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And continue to flick a little bit faster and a little bit longer. Our yoga practice, or one of the tenets of yoga practice, is can we hold opposites? Life has always been a life. Life is going to chaos. But if we get involved in every little piece of drama in our life, we suffer constantly. We're constantly at the mercy of our emotions. And yoga helps us with equanimity. Can we allow life to life without getting on the train of every single piece of drama? So you're creating drama in your hands right now. You're creating discomfort. But can you recognize that you are not your discomfort? You can be the witness of it. You can be uncomfortable and still choose to stay. Take one more deep breath. And let it out. And then release your hands. Oh, shenanay. And just feel, what did you create? Do you feel warmth, tingles, power in your hand? Good. And blink your eyes open. Take your arms out wide. Make a fisty fist. And then pull your fist. Oh my God. Pull your fist in towards your biceps. Ooh. We're looking here to stretch this part of the forearm, the outer line of the forearm. Okay. Bring it in. This one's called Popeye. Bring it in for Popeye. Remember Popeye, the sailor man. So make a muscle. Squeeze the muscles. Take a breath in. Keep your fists pulling down. It looks stupid, but do that. And then start to straighten your arms slowly. And look for a stretch anywhere along the forearm. Oh, my noodles. Yeah. And then go 2 more times. Yeah, Melissa, I see your face. You got the OMG face. That hurts. Yeah. Yeah, me too. It's like, oh, hurts so good. Hurts so good. Yeah, my ninjas. One more time. Breathe it in. And pull it out, pull it out, pull it out so good. Yeah, I sing sometimes. I cannot be held responsible for what comes out of my mouth. Good. And then shake it off. Oh, yeah. Okay. Do you feel like you did something to your hands? We could do more. Don't get me wrong. We are on a very limited schedule today, so we're not gonna do more, but we could. Yeah. But if you're not doing at the bare minimum, no wonder your wrists hurt. No wonder they feel too weak. All right. Now we got to talk about hand technique. Okay. So remember flicky flicky? You're going to pretend like you're flicking, but with the floor in the way. So please come to all fours. If your knees are sensitive, get yourself a blanket, put it under your knees. You are responsible for figuring out how to pad your body parts so that this feels okay for you. All right. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders and go ahead and grip. Pretend like you want to do flicky flicky. But notice, I can't flick because the floor is in the way. But notice how your fingers bend a little bit because you're trying to do flicky flicky. That bending of the fingers is totally okay. What we're looking for is your finger pads, your fingertips to be gripping into the floor, to be your brakes. And ideally, the knuckles that are connected to your palm, your base knuckles, to also be grounded. But if your middle knuckles lift up, that does not matter. Now listen carefully. Our fingers all articulate slightly differently, especially if you're hyper or double jointed or hypermobile in your fingers. Don't worry about it. Do your best based on what I'm saying. But if you're like, well, my thumb looks like this, but my little finger looks like that, it really doesn't matter. What we need is gripping. If you're gripping, you're doing it right. Okay. And then imagine that you have your arm is a straw and you're sucking energy out of the floor and up through the straw of your arms. Instead of resting down on your hands, imagine lifting up away from your hands. Push your hands into the floor and in your mind, go suck all of your energy in and up. Okay. So when I talk to you later and I say hasta bandha, the hand lock, this is what I want you to do. Grip with your fingers, push the floor away, and find this upward lift of energy. Now, if you're like, the fuck is she talking about? None of this makes any sense. It takes a little bit of practice to feel it all out. Most important is grip with your fingers. That's it. Don't dump your weight into your wrists. Now, start to push the ground away and round your upper back like an angry cat. Okay, this shoulder position is called shoulder blade protraction. Your shoulders are wrapping, or shoulder blades are wrapping around your rib cage. This is where your pushing strength comes from. We're going to go in and out of this a few times. As you breathe in, draw your shoulder blades together and let your chest sink down towards the floor. Keep your arms straight, but notice the sinking feeling, right? This is not a good place to arm balance from. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, push the ground away. Round your upper back. Feel that upward lift away from the floor. This is where you're arm balancing from. All right, let's do that 3 times. Inhale, shoulder blades together. Feel yourself sink down. Exhale, not today. Push the ground away. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, sinky, sinky. Exhale, gather up all of your power and push the ground away. Spread those shoulder blades wide. Uno más. Inhale, shoulder blades together. Exhale, push it. Good. Hold this push. Keep this upper back position the entire time. Now look forward, yeah? And if at any point your wrists start to get tired, take a break and come back. Especially if you're new to this, it's normal for it to feel a little strange at first. Take your gaze forward. Don't look down. Now imagine you're on a hike on a beautiful mountain, and they told you that over the edge of this cliff is a gorgeous waterfall with a bunch of butterflies flying around it. And you really want to see it, but if you get too close to the edge, you might fall. So you get on all fours and you crawl to the edge because your center of gravity is lower. And now start to peer over the edge of the cliff. You want to go look for the waterfall. Shift forward. Let your shoulders track as far forward in front of your hands as you can go. And when you feel like you've hit your max, dig your fingertips in. Brake. Apply the braking system. Grip with your fingers and then push yourself back. So this is the same thing we were doing standing up on our feet a second ago. All right, let's do that 3 times. Shift forward. Go look for the waterfall. Oh, I think I see a purple butterfly. Yep. Keep going. And then dig the fingertips in. Find your brakes. Feel how your brakes stop you from going any further, and then push yourself back. Good. 2 more. Inhale, shift forward. Brakes. Push yourself back. 1 more time. Breathing in, shift forward. apply the brakes and exhale to push yourself back. Good. And then sit back on your heels and roll out your wrists. Okay, so what I wanted you to feel here was you can shift and then you can break to stop from shifting. So if you have a question of like, okay, I understand the shifting forward, but then how do I stop from falling on my face? Like this, okay? Apply your brakes. Excellent. All right, next, come back. Now we got to heat up our hip flexors. Now, if we go back to the prep it, flip it, stack it, fly it method, right now we're prepping it, okay? We're taking every body part, needs to be doing something specific. We're training the specific thing by itself before we put it together, all right? Now the legs. Bring your inner thighs together to touch. Send your right leg back behind you. And right away, notice if your belly dumps down towards the floor. Hug your low belly in so you don't feel like any tension in your lower back. Take a breath in right here. As you breathe out, push the ground away. Round your upper back and bring your right knee to your right arm. It's okay if it doesn't touch. How close to your arm can you get it? One more time. Send the leg back. Bring it to the arm. Hold it here. Now slide your knee down to your wrist. And then zip it back up your arm 3 times. Inhale, knee down the wrist. Exhale, zip it back up. If your knee is not touching your wrist, it doesn't matter. Do it in the air. Knee down, knee up. One more time, knee down, knee up. Beautiful. And then take a step forward with that right foot. Place the right foot at the top of your mat. Sink your hips down a little bit and just take a little shimmy right here. Yeah. Beautiful. And then rise up, torso reaches high. We're just taking a short moment here just to stretch out the left hip. And then give your right leg a hug. See if you can rest your rib cage on top of that right thigh and hug it. Yeah? We're trying to get a little core compression going. Can I get my boob on top of the right thigh? If you don't have a boob, can you get your chesticles to the right thigh? Good. 2 times. Inhale, reach up. Lift your torso. Exhale, hug your leg. Hug it like you love it. Good. One more time. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hug your leg like you love it. Beautiful. Release your hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes under and take a giant step forward into a yogi squat. You're going to turn your toes out and your heels in, and then squat your knees or bend your knees to squat down. Now, you can be anywhere in this squat that your body allows. Some of us are kind of up here and more like a poop in the woods kind of squat. Some of us will be a little bit lower in a malasana squat. Okay, your hip mobility is going, and your ankle mobility is going to define this. Don't make up a story. There's nothing wrong with your body. You're working with what you've got. But where I want you to be is squeezing your inner thighs in. Okay, remember in the 80s, 90s, we had the Thigh Master, that butterfly looking thing. My mom would put it in between her thighs and would squeeze, and I would steal it from her closet and use the Thigh Master. I want you to channel your inner Thigh Master right now. So whether you're up here in Poop in the Woods squat or you're down in Malasana, start to squeeze your inner thighs against your arms and push your arms out against your inner thighs. Create resistance. Secretly, very few people teach this, but your inner thighs are really crucial in crow pose to prevent your knees from sliding, to engaging your pelvic floor. And if you're like, yeah, I can already do crow, I know. And I'm going to teach you some transitions in and out of it that will also benefit from this, right? So taking a minute to prepare your inner thighs is key, because if you don't, and then you get into the pose and your knees start sliding, well, yeah, no shit. You didn't tell your knees what they're supposed to do. So this is what we're doing here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, my noodles. Straighten your legs. Come into a forward fold. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Plant your hands. Step to the back of your mat and lower your knees for second side. You're back in tabletop position. Take your left leg back behind you. Breathe it in. Left knee to left arm. Squeeze them together. Push the ground away. Good. One more time. Send the leg back. Left knee to left arm if you can, or as close as you can. Good. Slide the knee to your wrist. Zip it back up the arm. Woo. 2 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Hold it. Step that left foot to the top of your mat however you can. Sink your hips down. Take a little shimmy, shimmy. Good. And then rise on up for your low lunge. Push into the front heel. Reach up. Oh, glorious stretch. Take a big inhale. And then hug yourself. Compress. Torso to left thigh. How close together can you get them? 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, torso to thigh. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. Torso to thigh like you mean it. Good. And then release your hands to the floor. Tuck your back toes under. Step your back foot forward. Yogi squat, round 2. Back to poop in the woods squat, a little bit up here. If you have the mobility to go lower, go lower. We don't care how low we go. This is about the inner thighs. Now, as you start to squeeze your thigh master, I want you to imagine you're on a plane and you're in a window seat on a long haul flight to your favorite vacation destination. They have just given you orange juice, mimosas, champagne, coffee, whatever your favorite thing is to drink on the plane. And you now have to pee like whoa. Except there's 2 people passed the hell out in the seats next to you, and you would have to wake them up to go pee, and you really don't want to do that right now. So what muscles would you have to squeeze so you don't pee on your airplane seat? Yeah, do that right now. Squeeze. This is a very rudimentary introduction to Mula Bandha, right? I just want you to feel the engagement of your bathroom muscles for right now. It's enough for our current purposes. Good. And then let that go and come to a forward fold. Oh, good. And now in your forward fold, I want you to let go of your pelvic floor and go ahead and pee on the plane. And now I want you to not pee on the plane. Squeeze. Good. Pee on the plane. Let go of your pee-pee muscles. Now don't pee on the plane. Okay. So get clear that when we say don't pee on the plane, you're squeezing your pelvic floor. Yeah? Good. Come halfway up to a flat back and fold yourself back in. Make your way onto a seat. Okay, friends. Notice we're not wasting time doing anything that we don't specifically need for our arm balance. Now, please meet me seated. And you are going to, how much time do I have? Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. You're going to meet me seated and see how close to your butt your feet can get. Yeah. For some of us, we can get pretty tight. For others of us, we're going to be back here. Yeah. Doesn't matter. All of this is to the best of your current ability. That's always more than enough. All right. But see, how close to myself can I get? And then see, can I get my triceps, the backs of my arms, to connect with my knees? Yeah, for some of you, you're going to be like, no, I can get my wrists to connect with my knees, but that's all. Great. Can I get my elbows to connect with my knees? Maybe the triceps. Okay, go as far as is available to you. Now, come onto your tippy toes, lean back a little bit, and either stay here. Just feel this. Or if you can, go ahead and lift your feet. So now we have moved into the flip it section of the method. We prepped it. We did every single thing that's going to be happening in the pose. Almost. We trained it without balancing. Now we're taking the shape and we're flipping it in other orientations. Okay, now your feet. Pay attention to them. Flex them and point them. Flex them and point them. And if you can, try to bring your feet closer to your butt. If they touch the floor, that's totally fine. Let's try that 3 times. Bring your feet towards your hands. Maybe even kick yourself in the hands. And then heels to butt. 2 more. Feet in the hands. Heels to butt. Good. 1 more. Feet in the hands. Heels to butt. Ooh. Put your feet on the floor. Slide your hands back behind you. Let's release that. Lift everything up into a reverse tabletop. It should feel pretty good to get out of that position. And release your situation back down onto the ground. Good. So the heel to butt thing that we just did, I want you to remember that. Now come back to the position you were just in. This time, slide your arms to the insides of your knees and start to squeeze your knees against your arms. Find Thigh Master right here. Yeah, now we're starting to add things together. Now, if you can, if this is enough, stay here. If you can, lift your feet, but continue with Thigh Master. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Now, also, don't pee on the plane all at once. For 3, 2, 1. Good. Now put on your sense of humor hat and roll yourself onto your back in the same position. Whee! Good job, friends. All right. Place your feet flat on the floor. Take your arms straight up over your head and come into wrist extension. Wrist extension is flipping your palms up towards the ceiling. Wrist extension is the position we're in with our hands on the floor. I apologize. My earpiece keeps falling out. If my sound is going in and out, I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix it. Okay. So keep your arms right here, straight up from your shoulders. Now bring your big toes together to touch, if you can, and split your knees apart. Pull your belly button down towards the floor so you feel your lower back push into the mat. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, see if you can bring your knees to the backs of your arms. You might need to lift your butt just a little bit to get your knees there. And if you can't touch your knees to your arms, do it to the best of your current ability. 3 times. Tap your toes in front of you. Exhale, knees to arms. Tap the toes. Knees to arms. Tap the toes. Knees to arms. Hold it here. If you can, lift your shoulders off the ground. So now you're just on your little spine. OMG. If you can, come with me. We're pulsing the shoulders up an inch, up an inch. Imagine you're lifting the ceiling off of the walls of your house. Good. For 3, 2, 1, and rest. Hug your knees in. Yeah, so we don't need a tremendous amount, just enough to engage the muscles that we need in the exact way that we need to use them. And that's it. Okay? Good. Roll yourself up. Let me see what I have forgotten, if I have forgotten anything. I haven't, but we're going to do a little bit of, no, we'll do our warm up for our next piece after. I'm going to start breaking this down. All right. So here is what you need to know, my friends. As we start to get into this first arm balance, by the way, for my more seasoned or advanced ninjas, we are going to cover crow, but don't just check out if you're like, I already know this. Stay with me. I might teach it to you in a way you've never learned it before, and I'm going to teach you a transition out of it that you may not know already. Okay, and then we're going to add an inversion, and then we're going to string it all together. So by the end of today, you're going to have 2 poses and 2 transitions. All right. So here we go. If your wrists hurt as we start to get going, please take your small folded towel, make it into a 2-inch situation like so, okay? And put the heels of your hands on it. Your fingers still on the floor. Yeah, so look at this angle. Do you see how this is 90 degrees? And that's a lot for some of us. If your wrists hurt, elevate the heel, not the fingers, just the heel of the hand. You see how this is no longer 90 degrees? It's a bigger angle than 90 degrees. And it really takes the edge off, okay? But we still want your fingers on the floor because the fingers are what again? What do the fingers do? Brakes, yeah. So we can't get rid of your brakes, all right? Now, if you're new, face plant pillow. Don't be shy. And don't have an ego about it, okay? Nothing will humble your ego faster than arm balances anyways. So this is a beautiful practice of telling the ego to shut up. Now, here is how we're going to do it. I'm going to teach it to you step by painful step. By painful, it's not painful at all. It's very joyful, but step by step, slowly. Please listen if you don't know what you're doing yet. If you already know what you're doing, off you go. You can have fun. But I encourage you to listen to all of the pieces. First things first, At Yogi Flight School, we teach you crow pose with the knees on the backs of your arms. Why? Because eventually, I want you to be able to do something like this, one-legged crow, right? And if I tell you to put your knees outside your arms like this, you're going to be really limited in what you can do from there because your knee needs a place to sit in order for you to remove legs and do cool stuff. So we teach it to you the adult way. There is another version called flying frog or low crow. It's not wrong. It's just more limiting for future transitions. And it's great for some people, yeah? So low crow is like this, with your knees outside of your arms and essentially your elbows on your inner thighs. We're not going to teach you that one today. If you want to default to that one, you can. And I'd love for you to try this way. One thing that you need to know about crow. Your knees go on your arms. Where on your arms? Not in your armpits, okay? Crane pose has the knees in the armpits. Crow pose does not. In fact, if you put your knees in your armpits, for many people, your center of gravity is too high and too far forward, and it causes you to fall forward. In crow pose, what defines the position of your knees is this. Remember when we did this? Up, down, up, down. The degree to which you could get your knee above your elbow defines where you put your knee. If you have a lot of hip flexion, you put your knee higher. If you have a little bit of hip flexion, you put your knee lower. Your knee needs to be anywhere from the tip of the elbow all the way to about here. Anywhere works. Whoever told you your knees need to be in your armpits, incorrect information, okay? So you're going to find your optimal knee position. Optimal is a key word because it's going to be wobbly. Your tissue is wobbly. Get used to it. It's going to be wobbly, but you will have a spot that's less wobbly than your neighbor, okay? That's why the knees don't go in the same place for two people. Depends on you, okay? I start with my toes together-ish and my knees apart. Hands shoulder distance apart. What we want to establish, and actually do this with me, what we want to establish is that your elbows bend backwards and not outwards. So as you get onto all fours, go ahead and look at your elbows and just bend them. And go, where did they go? Did they go back or did they go out? If they went back, cool, there's nothing to change. If they went out, we need to adjust something. You can either spin the eyes of your elbows forward, so externally rotate your arms, or you can slightly turn your hands out. Both will accomplish the same thing, okay? But one might be more comfortable for your body. So once we've established the elbows are able to bend backwards, we're in good shape, okay? So now, the knees are gonna come anywhere on the backs of the arms that feels the most stable. It'll take you a moment to figure that out. You're gonna get here and you're gonna go, but Nat, it hurts. My knees hurt the back of my arms. Yeah, that's a thing. We call them ninja kisses. At the beginning, you get bruises. It takes 2 to 3 weeks for the skin on the backs of your arms to get used to it, and then that stops. But that is true for almost everybody, okay? Bony knees hurt, yes. And you can do hard things, okay? So grip your fingers into the mat, get your knees into position. From here, right away, I'm gonna say, don't pee on the plane. I'm gonna squeeze my pee muscles from the beginning. Now, remember what we said about stack your shit. Is my shit stacked? Is my elbow on top of my wrist? No. If I tried to balance from here, it would look like this. But Nat, I don't have enough core strength. Okay, yeah, but no, that's not true, okay? First things first, elbow on top of the wrist. So watch what happens. I have to shift the whole thing forward. Whoa, okay. Now my elbow is on top of my wrist, but now I just entered into the oh shit zone. Yeah? From this moment, I'm like, oh God, oh yeah. The likelihood of falling went way up. Yes, it did. That's what we want. Now, fingers grip into the floor. Find your brakes, okay? Look forward, push the floor away. Keep all of the pieces that we did. Now we need to shift into the oh shit point. Don't jump. From here, you're going to be tempted to do this. Come on, balance. Come on. Once you balance, come on, Let's go. Doesn't work like that. From here, shift into the oh shit point. I showed you a video of it earlier. You're going to go forward, forward. Look for the waterfall. You're over the cliff. You're looking for the waterfall and the butterfly. Oh my God, there it is. Maybe 1 foot lift. Keep shifting. The other foot lifts. Once your feet are up, point your toes and do your best to bring heels up to your butt. Okay? But do not jump. It's none of this. You cannot catch balance with momentum. Certainly not while you're learning. So I'll cover all the pieces again. I'll show for my wrist people, in case you want to do this with your blanket or your towel. Your blanket needs to be long enough for you to have your hands shoulder distance apart. Okay? But I'm going to go knees to the backs of my arms. Okay? Don't pee on the plane. Push the floor away. Look forward. If you look down, where do you think you're going to go? Straight the fuck down. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if I look down, I'm going to go, oh God, oh God, oh God, face plant. Okay? Don't look down. Look to where you want to fly. Look forward. All right? So we're here. Grip. Stack your shit. Elbows over wrists. Continue to look forward. Now shift into the oh shit point. Uh-oh. 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 Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And once you've transferred enough of your weight into your hands, your feet will become light. Like you could paint the floor with your toes. And then you pick them up. Okay? If you're like, but it really, really, really hurts my arms. I can't. Yes, you can. And it takes a little bit of time to get used to it. So if that's you, go ahead and pinch your knees slightly outside your arms, if that's really going to make the difference between trying and not trying. But I believe in you, and a little bit ouchy never killed anybody. Okay? Let me check on questions. I'm going to check on questions, and then I'm going to teach you one more thing. And then we're going to go into a breakout room. Okay. So those of you who are saying, my legs are slipping, squeeze your inner thighs together. Okay. All the pieces that we did in the warm-up, this is where they come together. Okay. So if your knees are sliding outwards, your job is to squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other. If your knees are sliding down, your job is to squeeze them up. Okay. So notice, where are things sliding? Do the opposite. Okay. Somebody said, my hands are sliding on my mat. Get a towel, put it on your mat. Okay. Yeah, the gaze is key. Don't look down. Look forward. For a lot of people, if we change nothing but that's enough to unlock their pose. Look forward. All right. If you're new, keep doing this. If you're more seasoned, I'm going to take 3 minutes to teach you the jump back, and then we're going to go into a breakout room. Okay, so here's the jump back. But I'll just show it to you so you know what we're working towards. From crow to chaturanga, okay? And you can finish your vinyasa. So here's how this is done. The jump back, and by the way, if you're new, you can still try this. I just promised I would give more levels for more people. So this is a powerful choice to go for it, okay? The jump back is a decision to go. Just like so many things in your life, you can be like, I don't know, I'm going to wait for it to be perfect. Fuck it. You got to just go, all right? Here's how we do. Your breath is key for this one. You're going to jump on a hook. Any martial arts people in the room? Martial artists, you know this. You hit on a hook. You hit on an exhale. Why? Because you channel your power and your effort through the breath. Same thing with the jump back. You jump on a hook, okay? It's going to feel stupid. And once your brain understands, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, it feels stupid, but I know why we're doing this. So here's how we work towards it, okay? By the way, if you're afraid to fall, I should have said this earlier. I want you to actively practice falling into your face plant pillow, yeah? Because as you get your brain used to falling, you'll be like, oh, it's not that bad. And when you know it's not that bad, you allow yourself to shift forward more. And that was a little side note. All right, so for the jump back, you can keep your pillow if you want. Here's how it works. Notice that in your crow pose, you have a very rounded spine, right? Or that's what we wanted. In order to prepare for the jump back, we need to unround the spine. So I want you to think of heading towards cobra in your upper back. So watch my upper back. I'm gonna take my gaze even more forward. I'm gonna start to take the rounding out and find more of a flat back. From here, I'm gonna take an inhale. And as I exhale, I'm going to say, huh. And as I say, huh, I'm going to land my knees on the floor. So inhale, huh. Okay. I got the breath and I got the knees on the floor. Okay. Then you go again. You're like, all right. I'm here. I'm going to find a straight back. Inhale. See if you can land the knees a little further back. Breathing in. Huh. Okay. We got a little further back. Then you're going to try and land on your belly in a belly flop, okay? This is a decision to go for it. You're going to be here, look forward, big breath in. As you push back, you're going to say, ha, landed on my belly. And then after that, you can work on catching it, okay? But the key that I want you to hear is twofold. One, unround your back. Flatten your spine like you're heading towards cobra. That will put you in a better position to land chaturanga, so you're not landing in like a rounded spine. Number two, ha, and go. If you overthink it and you wait for the right, perfect moment, you won't land it. You just got to go. Big inhale, ha, and see what happens. Take the leap. The net will catch you. The net is the floor. You can't fall very far from there, okay? So that's the jump back. In the breakout rooms, we will coach either crow pose or jump back, or both, okay? So here's how this works. Yeah, why are my hip flexors so sore? Because you're using your hip flexors. This is where myofascial release comes in. Okay, inside Yogi Flight School, we have all the myofascial release modules. I would tell you, take a massage ball, put it on your hip flexors, release that, and then go again. Yeah, this is totally a thing. It's a big hip flexion pose, so it makes sense that your hip flexors are firing, okay? So here's how the breakout rooms work. We're gonna go in right now for about 15 minutes. We are not coaching everyone today. It's just not possible. I don't know how many hundreds of people on this call right now, but we're gonna coach as many of you as we can. Your job is to listen to the coaching other people are getting, because your question, I guarantee you, is going to be asked by somebody else. And if you're like, this is stupid, I showed up live because I wanted coaching and they're not coaching me, you're going to miss out, because somebody's going to ask your question and you could get the answer that unlocks the pose for you by paying attention to somebody else's coaching. And you're going to see how exciting it is to just support each other and cheer for other people that you don't know just because they're worth it, okay? So in the breakout rows, please take a look at your Zoom screen right now. Do you see at the bottom of your screen, there's a thing that says raise hand? Click it. Yeah. Okay. If you didn't click it, do not complain to me later that you cannot find your button. This is your opportunity to find your button. Okay, now unclick it. This is how you raise your hand in the Zoom room. Do not raise your human hand. It's not going to help. Because what Zoom does is it takes these little hands and it moves you to the top of the coaching screen in order. And the coaches are just going to go in the order of the hands that they see. They will not get to all of the hands. Our purpose for today is to introduce you to this methodology, to show you how capable you are. Our guarantee is not that we will coach every single person, okay? So be in that headspace and raise your Zoom hand if you want coaching. If you're off camera, we can't see you and we can't coach you. If you ask for coaching, for the love of all that is holy, be ready to go, okay? A lot of times people are like, I want coaching, and then they have to get up and they have to go and put their computer down and get their mat ready. We don't have time for that. You are in position, ready to go, or we're moving on to the next person with love, right? It's just because we want to get to everyone. We just don't have time for all the organizing and getting ready to get ready. So go ahead and get ready now, okay? All right, and then we will come back and we will break down another pose. And then we will string those two things together. Crow pose, we're going to connect it to another pose with a transition. It's going to be so much fun. Okay? You ready? Stuart, hold, please. Huh. She's a little crazy, this one, in case you haven't noticed. We love her anyway, though. Oh, she also talks about herself in the third person today. How are we doing on time? We're 5 minutes behind. So let's go. Well, let's stay on schedule. So 15 minutes.
Okay, 15 minutes.
All right. You're going to be whisked away to another room. And soon you will see your person. And by your person, I mean you will see your coach. I think, are we still... Stuart, have you opened rooms?
Yes. No,
okay,
I haven't.
Awesome.
I'm ready to...
Okay, go for it.
Okay, let me just remove the... send everyone directly there. Okay, everyone's going in the rooms. Have 15 minutes.
All right, see you in 15 minutes. All right, my people, so excited. So just for you to know, I cannot spotlight the person that I'm working with inside this small room. I'm going to say their name and you're going to have to go, oh, where's that person if you want to watch them. Unfortunately, we lose the spotlight capability inside the breakout rooms. So if you want coaching, let me see your Zoom hand go up and then I'll just go in the order of the hands that I see. Yeah, Cheryl, you're up first. So I'm going to be with Cheryl now. If you want to see her, please spotlight her on your own screen so that you can see what's going on. Yeah. Look at that laser focused gaze. Good. Keep coming. You found the oh shit point and then you backed off. Keep trusting that forward shift. Squeeze it. Yeah, good. Okay, let's try that one more time. Your hands are a little bit close together. Take them just a little further apart. And as you shift forward, really squeeze those inner thighs in against your arms. That kind of locks you in place. Yes, Cheryl. Good. Trust. Yeah. One more time. Oh, you guys, do you see how close she is? She's right there. Just a little more oh shit point. Yes, Cheryl. Oh, that was already okay. You see how it works now though, right? Just a little bit more forward and you'll be locked and loaded. You're massaging that oh shit point and getting comfortable with how far is too far. That was amazing. I got full goosebumps on my arms. Keep practicing in the background. You're going to have that locked this week. I'm so excited for you. Well done. Darby, I see you next.
So basically, look up and then
beautiful.
We're doing it at the side.
Excellent. Keep your gaze forward, Darby. Look up. Yeah, look up beyond your pillow and now start to shift. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Darby. Ooh, good. That was amazing. Okay, when you shifted your gaze, you got in such a much better position. Try that one more time. Go again, and let's see what else I can help you tweak. Okay. It feels to me like your feet are a little bit close to your hands. If you step your feet back just a little bit, yeah, I think that might help you get your knees into position without feeling like your weight is so far forward. Yeah, that's good. Yes. Now shift forward, not down. Forward. Yeah, Darby. Yeah, good. One thing that I want you to work on, your back is a little bit flat, right? Remember how we said we want the angry cat? You're coming into it with your spine almost in like a cow. I want you to think about angry cat the whole time. Do you have one more in you? Yes, she does. She's doing it, you guys. Yeah, Darby. That's so much better. Yeah, good. Okay, that's it. You're getting lift off. You're looking forward. What we need to start practicing now is squeezing the inner thighs and really digging the hands in to stop you. But already, from try number 1 to try number 3, huge progress already. And, I wish I had 15 minutes with just you. We would get you unlocked. But this is it. This is the way. Keep doing that. It's coming. Well done. Really well done. All right, Nikki, you're up next. Nikki. All right, I get to move. Yeah, Nikki, that's you, girl. All right. Good. Keep your gaze forward. Yeah, Nikki, that's it. Way, yeah. Woo! Hello. Okay, beautiful. You only went down because, I mean, shit happens. Sometimes we go down. Look forward even more. I mean, you were looking forward quite a lot, but think, gaze up and finger breaks. That moment where you're like, uh-oh, I'm losing it. You can fight that with your hands by pushing more. Try one more time. I want to see you save it. That was awesome. Good. There's that gaze. Yeah. Now fight for it. Fight for it. Good. Yeah. It's almost like, I almost feel like you're anticipating it. You're like, we're going to go up and then we're going to come down. What if in your mind you're like, we're going to go up and we're going to stay up? Yeah. Because like I can see you're like, and waiting for it to go down. So keep that gaze up. And in your mind, you're like, no, we're not going down. We're not going down. Try one more. Try one more. It's all in how we think about it. Good. This time when you go up, there's no down. There's just up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Good. Dude, you're already fighting for it though. This time you spun to the side. You didn't go forward. To me, that's progress. Keep playing with that. A few more tries in the background and you're going to be locked in. I get to move on, but you are doing so well. Keep it up. Well done. Amazing. All right, Pamela, you ready?
Oh, getting there. Happy.
All right. Like I said, you need to be on your mat and ready to go. If you're not ready to go, I get to move on. Okay? I'm going to move on to somebody else. Sorry. Amaryllis, you're up. You don't want to go? You got this, girl. You got this. That's courage right there. Amaryllis, can I ask you to turn your body sideways or put me sideways or turn yourself sideways? From the front, I can't see anything. Thank you. Gorge. Yeah. Ooh, amazing. You came into that so quickly. You're ready for the jump back, girlfriend. Did you get to try that one yet? I can't see your face. Can't see if you're answering me. Yeah, you did? Good. Yeah, definitely play with the jump back. You're super ready. That was awesome. Well done. All right, Joy, let me see you next. Okie dokie. Beautiful. Yeah, look up. Beautiful. Joy, you had it. And at one point you went head down and that's when you fell. So keep your gaze up. It's going to feel more challenging to look up as you shift forward, but trust it. Yes. Fingertips, Joy. Breaks. Yeah, good. I want to see even more. Your hands are flat. I want to see you like grip, like you're trying to like make spider hands on the floor. Yeah, there's your grip. So good. So good. Yeah, look up. Amazing. You keep anticipating it. I see your eyes go down. I'm like, no down, just forward. That's so good though. I wonder what would happen if you took out your pillow. Because your brain is way too comfortable with the pillow. Let's see. Yeah, girl. Yeah! Woo! But like, I mean, so the pillow is actually holding you back because you were just like, and pillow. Yes, at the end you still went down, but you got like 5 solid seconds of balance. So whatever. Now it's just practice. You know what to do. Now it's just lock it in. Do the reps. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. All right. Bella. Are you in the car, Bella? We're going to have to grab you later. Okay. Well, thanks for joining anyway. All right. Let me see who else has their hand up. Cecily. Oh, I was calling on people who didn't even have their hands up. My bad. Beautiful. Good. Take that gaze up above your pillow. Yeah, girl. Good. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. So for you, you're trying to get in with your arms almost straight. Bend your elbows a little bit more so you have more of a shelf for your knees. Good. Yeah, that's a good shelf. Yeah, now from there, take the whole thing and track it forward. Yes. Beautiful. Start squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. Yeah. Good, 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 good. Okay, so as soon as you lift, you're backing out of the oh shit point. You're coming up and going, oh, but just kidding, let me come back. You have the most glorious face plant pillow. Nothing will happen if you fall forward. So when you lift, allow yourself to go more forward rather than shifting back. That's the fear, right? Whenever the feet lift and we go back, that's the fear going, no, I don't want the oh shit point. So your job is to go, oh yes, I want it, that way. Try one more. That's so good. You're so close. Good. Yeah. That's it. Forward a little more. Trust yourself. Good. I see the brain working. I see you working to lock it in. You're doing all the right things. Just practice. Okay. Your setup position is perfect. You're gazing in the right place. And we just got to flex the muscle until your nervous system is like, okay, I get it. Keep practicing. I'll keep an eyeball on you in the background. Well done. Marty, you're next. Beautiful. Yeah, Marty. You're ready for the jump back. Yeah! Not your first rodeo now, is it? Well done. Was that your first day learning this today or no? No. Didn't think so. The next bit, when we string 3 or 4 things together, I think you're going to enjoy that. That was super smoothly done. Well done. Excellent. Cece. Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, Cece. Try one more time. This time, with the jump, give me that big exhale. It feels really stupid, but the really helps you shoot your legs back. Try one more time. And then to answer Nadia's question while you're doing that, Nadia, no, the arms are not at 90 degrees in crow. So what the arms look like depends on people's body proportions. Yeah. Good. Now, yeah. Good. Even more. Take your time. Yeah, you went a little fast that time. You were just like, and jump. Take your time. Straighten your back. Take a big breath in. And then try it one more time. Good. Yeah. And then shoot those legs. Yes. Good. Okay, you're getting down consistently. Now, your next thing is shoot my legs back. Imagine your legs are like a little bullet and you're just trying to unfold them as fast as you can. Your next try is land on your belly flop. And then from there, you'll take it to the next step. But that's the great stepping stone. Well done. All right, Jessie. Beautiful. Nice. Also not your first rodeo. Let me see that jump back. Yo, good. Your next cut is, can you land it straight in chaturanga? Because when you do it in the context of a vinyasa, it's your in crow, it's exhale chaturanga, inhale up dog. So rather than landing in plank and then bending your elbows. Do you want to try that once just to see? Yeah, try.
I'm gonna just say it is this first time that I actually stayed in crow for them.
Jesse, that's amazing.
It's just the looking forward cue that I just was looking down all the time. So
that's awesome.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right. So I realized I said Jussie, Juss, but then Jesse, Jess was talking. So Jussie, Ju, I was with you. That was great. You did much better with the bending of the elbows there. Jesse, I am so happy for you. And I'm sorry that I didn't actually watch you because I was with Jussie with a U. So I'm sorry. That was a Zoom fail. Jussie, you didn't do anything wrong. This was my fault. I didn't see we had a Jussie and a Jesse. You did great. Wonderful. And all of the J names are doing great. So, all right, Nadia, let me see if we can get you in. I think we're going to be taken away.
Okay.
But we can try.
Okay,
you want to try?
Let me try. Can you see me?
No, lights in the room.
All right, you guys. Welcome back. I'm sorry, Nadia. I was literally just like, let's go. And then we got cut off.
We kind of know what to do.
Mute everyone. Let me, can we hit the mute all? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I muted everyone and then unmuted. Please stay muted, guys. It's very, I know when we come back from breakout rooms, we have to remute ourselves. So that was amazing. Now, please hear me loud and clear. I know not everyone got coached. We told you straight up, we're doing our best. And we do this every single week inside Yogi Flight School. And we do it with 100 people in class, not 600. So we can normally get to everyone. And again, this free training was to show you what's possible, not to guarantee you coaching every single time. Okay. So if you didn't get coaching, keep your ears open. We have another breakout room where you have another opportunity for coaching. Hopefully you listened to the coaching other people got and that helped, right? I heard in my breakout room, some people were able to hold crow pose longer than they have previously. Some people were able to get closer than they have previously. I hope you see that with this approach, you don't need superhuman strength. You need to understand how it works. And then you start to see very quick glimpses of how it works. And then, of course, we need a thing called practice. Nothing will ever replace practice. Okay. Now, pose number 2. We're getting into now something completely different, but also the same. We're going to take a short moment to do a quick warm up specifically for this pose. And then it's literally going to be like a 5-minute. I just need to hit a couple of things. And then we're going to take you into this second pose. And then we're going to link them together. We're going to transition from crow to this headstand, back to crow, and to the jump back. So stay with me if you're like, well, that sounds interesting. And then we'll have an opportunity for Q&A at the end. So for this one, you're going to need a sliver of wall space. Just enough space, like the size of a doorway is enough. If you don't have a door, you do have a refrigerator. There may not be space in your kitchen, but a refrigerator is the width that you need, okay? But everyone has a front door, so the front door of your house would work. Now, we're going upside down now, okay? So we're switching it up. Why? Because arm balances and crow pose, this is not the first pose everybody unlocks. It just isn't. Yoga classes typically teach you crow pose before they teach you anything else because it's the foundational arm balance and it's the easiest one in which to explain what's happening, but it is not easy. And it's not the first one people unlock. We have students in Yogi Flight School who are balancing 10, 12 different poses before crow pose. And I don't want to hold you back from experiencing what's possible for you. So I like to introduce you to 2 completely different poses so you can say, oh, I didn't have a win with this one, but I definitely had a win over here, right? So you can see how the practice isn't linear and you'll unlock different things at different times. And that's just how it goes. But I want to give you a chance at success today. So the first thing that you need to understand, when we go upside down, your entire being forgets which way is up. Okay. You go upside down and it's like, wah! And your body gets disorganized in terms of whatever engagement you gave your body right side up. When you go upside down, it forgets which way's backwards, which way's forwards. So we need to train the actions of what to do while we are not upside down. And one of the major issues that happens in inversions especially is we lose the connection to our core and we dump into a back bend, right? This is the dreaded banana back, like this. But the banana back is not about core strength, it's about engagement. And what allows you to hold your inversions upside down is your engagement, not your strength. So what we need to understand is, how do we engage our core upside down? Imagine you have a little monster in your belly. Your preferred kind of monster. Take your left hand and go like this. Make like this. This is now the top teeth of your monster. And put your top teeth right here where your top ribs, your bottom ribs are. Now, make like this with your other hand. I have very good words today. I can't speak today. My brain is not functioning. Turn your other fingers up and place this hand at your pelvis. And this is now your monster's mouth. Nom, 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 nom. Okay? Now, your monster, when it's very hungry, it's going to open its mouth. Okay? And this is what happens when you go upside down and you're not thinking about core engagement. You go upside down and this will happen. Your butt will stick out. Your core will disengage. Your monster's mouth is open. Okay? So in Yogi Flight School, we have a term called close the jaw. This is the jaw of your cookie monster, your pizza monster, your ice cream monster, whatever you like to eat. Now close the jaw. Bring the bottom teeth and the top teeth together. That means send your tailbone down, send your front ribs, close this, okay? So whenever I say close the jaw, this is what I'm saying. It doesn't have anything to do with your actual mouth jaw, okay? Let's do this 4 times together. Inhale, open the jaw. Exhale, close the jaw. Yeah. Inhale, open the jaw. Exhale, close the jaw. Now ask yourself, am I getting my neck involved? Can I get my neck not involved? Make it just about this part of your body. Arching and unarching. 2 more. Open. Close. It's also basically twerking in slow motion. And open. And close. Keep this in your brain. Now let's do it in another plane, because when you go upside down, again, your brain is going to be like, what? So we need to tell your brain what to do in different planes of movement. Come into a forearm planky plank. If you're feeling really strong, you can make it a full planky plank. But I'm going to do, forearm plank on the knees is what I meant. You can come off your knees if you want, but for our current purposes of just closing the jaw, we don't need it. Now, open the jaw here. Let your belly drop to the floor. Let your lower back arch. Immediately, you'll feel this in your low back. Well, I do anyway. We don't want to feel it in our low back. Now, close the jaw. Zip your tailbone back, front ribs to pubic bone. Feel how much more organized your core is. You didn't strengthen it. You just engaged it in the right way. 3 more times. Open the jaw. Close the jaw. Open the jaw. Close it. 1 more time. Inhale. And close it. And then just for fun, maybe twerk a little. I love you guys. Okay, thanks for twerking with me. Let's come up out of here. The next and final thing that I want to do here is to give our hamstrings a little stretch. So bring your right leg to the top of your mat. This was the most terribly instructed transition, but that's okay. You'll forgive me. Place your right heel at the top of your mat and just straighten that right leg and stretch out your hamstrings for a sec. In a perfect world, I would do quite a bit more work on the hamstrings. And we ain't got no time for that today. But the most important thing for you to feel was that close the jaw. And we're going to do 1 more little bit of core work. Good. And now release that right foot. Bring it back to where it came from. And let's do the left side. Put the left leg in front. And just take a couple of breaths into those hamstrings. Beauty miss. And then you can get out of here however you want. Just for funsies, I'm going to offer up bend your front knee and then try to slide your bottom foot through and come to seated. If that's not fun, then do whatever you want to, however you want to sit. All right, cool. Now lay on your back. 3 pieces of core work that are going to match the 3 entries we're going to do into our inversion. Okay, so super important to know that preparing your body, not just for the pose, but for the entry into the pose. So place your hands on either sides of your pelvis. Take a breath in. Your knees are bent and at your chest. As you breathe out, push your hands into the ground and see if you can bring your knees up towards your face. This is hard. You got to push a lot through your hands. Good. And then lower your butt back down. Tap your toes to the floor in front of you. And as you exhale, up you go. Lift your hips, bring your knees towards your face. Now, some of us, you're not going to lift your hips very high. That's okay. Work with what you can do today. 2 more. Inhale, lower down. Team, can you check on who's consistently unmuted in my ear? Thank you. Exhale, zip it up. One more time. Dip it. And exhale, bring it up. Good. And then slowly lower that back down and take your legs straight up. Now, straight up is relative. It took me about 10 years of yoga before I could do this with my legs. For the first 10 years, they were bent and shaking whenever I put them in the air. Okay? So if you're in the bent and shaky leg club, welcome to my life. If you can straighten them, excellent. Really doesn't matter. Take your arms up above your head. Take a breath in. As you exhale, curl your spine up off the ground and send your arms forward. Oh, look at that. Shoulder blades are off the mat. Chin tucks to your chest. If this is enough, stay here. If you can, lower your left leg down to hover just 1 inch or 3 from the ground, and then zip it back up. Good. Right leg lowers. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Left leg lowers. Inhale. Exhale, lift. If you need to support your head with your hands, you can. Right leg lowers. And lift. 1 more each side. Inhale, left. And lift. Inhale, right. And lift. And then hug your knees in and rest. Good. So just a little bit, right? We don't need a tremendous amount. Just waking up what we need to use right now in the way that we need to use it. Last bit of core work. This is going to mimic our pike. If you're like, what? I'll explain in a bit. Take your legs straight up. Breathe in. As you exhale, shoulders lift off the mat, chin tucks to chest. Do your best to keep your lower back glued to the floor. See if you can lower your legs down in front of you any amount. They might come all the way almost to touch the floor, or they might stop halfway. And then zip them back up. 3 times. Inhale, lower the legs. Try to keep your lower back anchored as best you can. Exhale, lift. For 2 more, breathing in to lower. And lift. Last one. Oh my God. And lift. Good. And then hug your knees in and take a nap. Awesome work, you guys. All right. Rock yourself up. I'm going to demo and teach. You listen. Something keeps beeping in my ear. Can you guys hear that? I don't know what it is, but I keep getting a beep. No, I still don't know what it is. All right. If you have a sensitive head, if you're born with a cone head or it's sensitive noggin, you're going to take your small folded towel and you're going to fold it like so to make something about this high. You are not going to be using a pillow. Not. N-O-T. Why? Because a pillow is very squishy and your head can move on it. We want zero movement of your head for safety reasons. Yeah? So pillow, no. If we see you on a pillow in the breakout room, my coaches have permission to stop you and ask you to get rid of the pillow. Safety first. The padding that we want, if we want padding at all, is only for the sensitivity of the skin of your head. It's not because you need to pad yourself. You don't. It's literally just sensitive skin, okay? I don't use this, so but it's there if you want it. Listen carefully. Today, by the way, did you know that there are 7 headstands? I didn't. When I first started yoga, I knew about one, this one. And then I learned about tripod. I was like, okay, there's 2. But did you know there's actually 7? And then if we count leg, well, there's technically 8 because there's one that's no hands at all. It's just head. Yeah. If we count all the leg variations, there's infinite. But in the Ashtanga tradition, there are 7. And we typically only learn 2 of them. So inside Yogi Flight School, we teach all 7. Today, we're going to teach you 1. But I'm not going to teach you bound headstand, which is the most traditional. I'm going to teach you tripod. Why? For several reasons. Number 1, bound headstand is restricting for people with tight shoulders. People with tight shoulders find that one way harder than tripod. And my goal in these public free trainings is the greatest common denominator. Like, how many wins can we give to the greatest number of people? So I try to limit poses that are very challenging with mobility restrictions for large amounts of people. Number 2, I want to teach you transitions. And there's not much you can do from this one. From this one, you can go up to pinch up, and you can come down to like maybe baby crow, but that's it. Tripod has an infinite number of transitions that are possible in and out of it. And that excites me very much. And I teach this because it's my joy. So that's your explanation. All right. So if you have a neck injury, this is a watch and take notes. Inside our program, we are more able to support students with all levels of injuries, but inside this free training, I just don't have time today to teach you all of the variations of headstand without putting your head on the floor. There are some. There are headstands you can do without putting your head on the floor. There's also tools you can use that don't put your head on the floor. For today, learn the mechanics, but stay off your neck if you have a neck injury. If you don't have a neck injury, you'll be fine. Okay? Everything is taught step by step. At no point are you throwing yourself onto your neck. If you're worried about safety, you'll be in control every step of the way. Here is what you need to know about tripod headstand. Tripod, every headstand has a triangular base. Okay? So remember how we said the mechanics of balance require a solid base and getting your center of gravity over the base. The first thing we have to address is the base. In tripod, here's your base. Take your arms forward, like so. And then bend your elbows like this, chaturanga, okay? Now I want you to imagine that you have a lemon in your armpits. Here, put a lemon in your armpit like this. And then make lemonade. Squeeze this lemon and squeeze this lemon. And then go. Oh, I cracked myself up. You go to make lemonade, okay? So later, I'm going to tell you, make lemonade. And I'm not going to have to explain to you what that means because you just made lemonade, okay? So what we do this for is we don't want your elbows to fuck off to the sides. We want lemonade in your armpits. Squeeze your elbows, okay? So here's how this goes. Your arms are like this. And if your arms are like this, in order to have an equilateral triangle, right? Who went to geometry class in 9th grade? If these are the base of your equilateral triangle, my head needs to go somewhere over here. So I'm just going to take my chin and tuck it. And this is my base, okay? Top of the triangle, bottom of the triangle. Yeah? So it's arms forward, elbows back, make lemonade, tuck the chin. You're basically taking this shape and putting it on the ground, okay? Another way to think about this is you can draw an equilateral triangle on your mat with your fingernails and go, where the bottom of the triangle goes are my hands, and my head goes to the top of the triangle. If I put my head right here, is my shit stacked? Is my elbow on top of my wrist? No, right? This would be no-go. If you try to come up to headstand from here and you fall right over, yeah, that's because you don't have a good base. So if my hands are back here, that means my head has to go all the way out here, tuck my chin, place the head down. Now, a good checks and balances is if once your head is down, can you see your elbow over your wrist? If not, reorganize your hands until your elbow is over your wrist. Now, your tendency when you get here is going to be elbows out. Make lemonade. Yeah? lemon in the armpits. Now, tuck your toes under. You can thank Coach Sylvia for that cue. I will never forget it. Best cue ever. Tuck your toes under. From here, you're going to lift your hips up. And right here, you'll be like, oh, God, oh, wow, yeah, there's some weight on my head. I don't know if this is a good idea. That's because you're not used to doing this. And you're going to tell your nervous system, shh, you're okay, we're okay, okay? Now, from here, you're going to walk it in a bit. If I tried to go up to a headstand from here, do you think I would be able to? Is my shit stacked? My elbow is on top of my wrist, but are my hips on top of my shoulders? Fuck no, right? We're not going anywhere from here. From here, I would agree with you. I need tremendous core strength. We're not going anywhere. We need to walk it in. So I'm going to lift my butt and walk it in. Walk it in, 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 walk it in. Now look at where my hips are now in relation to my shoulders. Much closer, right? But you might be like, yeah, well, you can do that, but I can't. My hamstrings are tight. And that's where I say, blocks are your friends, okay? So if you're in the tight body club, welcome to my life. Like I said, it took me 10 years of yoga to be able to straighten my legs. You're going to do blocks or books, dictionaries, encyclopedias, Tupperware containers. Get creative, okay? But if you're in a tighter body and straightening and walking it in is not possible, you're going to walk it into the best of your ability, and then you're going to say, I'm going to step on something to elevate my center of gravity and send it backwards, okay? So blocks or no blocks, you've walked it in. Option one, I'm going to teach you 3 options. You're going to come onto your tippy toes. Send your hips back. Your hips have to go back over your shoulders in order to lift. You're going to bring one knee to your chest, push firmly into your hands, and see if you can bring the other knee to your chest and just hang out. If this goes well, now you can start to look for the wall. Oh my God, where's the wall? Find the wall. Okay, we survived. Okay? If you go up, watch what happens. Look at my back. Is my jaw open or closed? Open. Close the jaw. I find it easier to bend the knees, close the jaw. Notice, open jaw, closed jaw, reorganize, and from there, one leg up, and then maybe the other leg up. Now, if you go like this, the key, if your legs continuously tap back to the wall, it's probably you're missing close the jaw, okay? That action of engaging the front body is key. Now, some of you are gonna have your legs here in your headstand. To get your legs the rest of the way, you have to squeeze your butt and actively pull your legs back until you find the spot where it feels like you might fall backwards. The spot where you feel like you might fall backwards is the straight up and down, okay? So that was little tuck. If little tuck feels challenging and you're like, yeah, I don't know about bringing my knees together, put one knee on one arm and then see if you can get the other knee to the other arm and hang there, okay? To go out from here, you'll need to push into your hands to send your hips back to the wall. And as your hips go back to the wall, that's when your feet will feel really light, okay? But it's all about where your hips are. Option 2, and I offer options not because you need to do them all. Your brain and your body is gonna click with one option really fast. And the other option, you're gonna be like, I don't understand, okay? So go for the path of least resistance, all right? Option 2 is splitting the legs, okay? Watch this. Setup is the same. Walk it in, walk it in, walk it in, walk it in until I can't walk it in anymore. Then I'm gonna take one leg up. This leg needs to be alive, awake, and alert. No lazy leg, okay? One leg up. This leg is going to go back to the wall, to the wall. Oh, my earpiece is falling out. It's going to go back to the wall, to the wall, to the wall, to the wall. And as this leg goes back, it acts as a lever to pull the second leg up off the floor, right? Watch. I didn't jump. Do not jump ever into headstand, yeah? Until you really, really know what you're doing. Too many things can go wrong. But this leg pulls back, pulls back, pulls back, pulls back. Ooh, and the other leg levitates. to join it, okay? The mechanism, the physics of this is the top leg acting as a lever to pull the second leg off the floor. If you have to jump, you're not using the top leg as a lever. The same thing applies with the blocks. If you feel like your hamstrings are too tight, stand that foot on a block or two, okay? And lastly, I have to move on, the pike. The pike is both legs coming up together. Everybody thinks this is a core strength move. It's not. It's getting your hips behind your shoulders. If anything, it's a flexibility move. And if we don't have the flexibility, we use blocks. And then we have the flexibility. So there's really no excuse. So if you're not flexible enough, use blocks. That's it. But it's not strength. So here we are. This is how this works, okay? You come into your walk it in, walk it in, walk it in. My hips right now are not quite over my shoulders, right? I would need a lot of strength to get up. I need my hips to go that way. Watch. I come onto my tippy toes, tippy toes, tippy toes. Push back the hips, push back the hips, push back the hips. Oh my God. My legs just levitated on their freaking own. And to get to the top, I have to squeeze my butt. Now to come down, you're going to send your hips back first. Hips back, hips back, hips back, hips back. As the hips come back, my legs get light. And then I can hold them at half mast. And I can choose when to bring them down, right? If your hips move back, the legs get light. This is physics, counterbalance. If you have to use your core a lot, your hips are in the wrong position, period. If you're like, but Nat, that looks so cool, but my body won't let me. Blocks, okay? Same. Set it up. Walk it in. Get your feet on blocks. This is too far. You'll feel it. Your body will be like, yeah, that's too far. Yeah? And then tippy toes, hips back, hips back, hips back. Boink. And you'll go up. Okay? You can do this with a chair. You can do this with your sofa or with blocks. You can do this with an unlimited elevated surface. And myofascial release on your hamstrings, on your back body, really helps open that mobility faster. And of course, stretching, general yoga practice, all of that also helps. Okay? So that's what you need to know about tripod headstand. There's always more that I can share, but for today, that's all I have time for. If you're new to this, put me on mute, go to your wall, play. If you are not new, or if you already have tripod headstand, I want to show you how to connect everything we've done so far today. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit over time again, but that's okay. So how do we connect crow to tripod, back to crow, and then to the jump back? What? This is advanced, okay? So if you have tried all this stuff for the very first time today, you're welcome to try. And please don't beat yourself up if it doesn't happen. This is a transition that takes people some time to unlock. But it's very technical, and you can't unlock it until you learn the technique. Okay, so here's crow pose, yeah? Now, in order to get my head onto the ground, I don't really want to drop from this high. This feels kind of high for me. So I want to bend my elbows out to the sides a little bit so that I can get closer to the floor. So watch, I'm getting lower, I'm getting lower, I'm getting lower, and I'm going to tuck my chin at the last moment. Now I landed on my head. From here, I push it up, take a second, clap my feet, do whatever. And then to come down, I need to send my hips back a little bit as I fold my knees back onto my arms. Now listen carefully. I'm going to slip my knees ever so slightly outside my triceps so that I can squeeze, okay? Now your feet are going to want to come low. Keep your feet high. If your feet come low, they'll pull you down. Now listen, you see how my hips are still pretty high? I've got to lower my hips down, okay? If my hips stay over my head, I won't be able to lift my head. I have to free the center of gravity off of my head. So I drop my hips, and then I start to drag my face forward along the floor, like I'm licking my yoga mat to lick some ice cream. Ooh, and then I'm gonna push myself back up, okay? And then the jump back. So I'll cover that one more time briefly. The most technical piece is lowering the hips down and then dragging your face forward. If you just try to pick yourself back up, you will tip onto your feet. In order to not tip onto your feet, you have to drag yourself forward. So think, drag this way rather than pick up. Okay? I'll show it again a little bit faster. We're here. Slowly, slowly, slowly lower. Tuck chin. Take your headstand or don't. Return. Knees slightly outside the arms. Squeeze. Feet up. Don't pee on the plane. Yeah? Lower your butt. From here, drag forward, face forward, drag forward, lick the floor, forward, forward, forward. Only at this point do I then push. Ooh, oh, God, I died. I almost died. Too slow. Yeah? Do I then push to come back up? And then maybe jump it back. And then maybe pancake, because that's a lot. Okay? So the biggest piece is hips down, face forward. And then as you see, I'm teaching it to you. I just messed it up. My feet touched the floor. Boo freaking who. Like, it happens. But those are the pieces. Okay?
Yeah. Can you show L for lover so they know where to put it? Yeah.
Thank you. I just failed big time. I love my team. They remind me what I forgot. So this is an important piece that I needed to tell you about 20 minutes ago. Thank you, Danny. What part of your head do you put on the floor? Before we go into breakout rooms, it's a good thing for you to know. We want the head, right? We want the weight on the head to be straight down the center of the spine. If we put too much weight on the forehead, we go this way, crank the neck. Put too much weight on the back of the head, go this way, crank the neck this way. We want the weight straight down the plumb line. The easiest way to find that is make an L for lover. Put your thumb in between your eyebrows. Where does your index finger land? That's the part of your head that goes on the floor. Try it again. L. Forehead. Wink. Okay? And you can even tap it. And then go put your head on the floor because your skin continues to feel the tapping and knows what part to put on the floor. Thank you, Danny. That would have been like an epic yoga teacher fail. Okay? All right, you guys. Breakout room. We're going to go until 28. How many minutes is that, Stuart?
28 must be
17.
16. Yes.
6, 7. Let's put 17 minutes on the calendar. Okay?
Okay.
If you didn't get coached in the previous room and you were disappointed, put your hand up and put all of your intention that we're going to call on you. Okay? Your intention is the most powerful energy in the world. If you did get coached and you see there's a lot of hands up in your room, maybe leave room for the other people or don't. That's up to you. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. We'll do a neck release. I want to stretch you out, so don't leave. And then we'll do some Q&A, okay? All right, off we go. 17 minutes.
Okay. Have fun upside down, everyone.
Okay, my friends. Who wants some headstand coaching? Who wants the coaching? Raise your Zoom hand. Or we could just stare at each other for 17 minutes, but it's gonna be a long 17 minutes. All right. Ooh, Diane, is that how you pronounce your name?
Yeah, that's right.
I love that extra
Hi,
A in
nice
there.
to
It's
meet you.
beautiful. Nice to meet you too. All right.
Not sure you'll be able to see me well. Just
I can see you perfectly. Yeah, that'll be good enough.
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. So here we go.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that. She just levitated. Did you see how she came up so lightly? Good. Do you feel how your hands are lifting? Slide your hands a little closer to your face. Anytime that starts to happen and you're like, uh-oh, my hands are coming off the ground. Two things. Number one, actively think about pushing them down. Number two, if you're like, I can't push them down, they're too far, slide them a little closer. Once our body goes up, sometimes the organization of the bottom of the pose gets a little wonky and then we have to readjust. Try that one more time with that in mind. You went up so smoothly. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that was the first time actually. It was my
Do it again. I love it.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, and you came up with both legs too. I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. Yeah, right now, slide your hands closer. Exactly. You got it. Yeah, good. Trust, trust, trust. Nice. Now squeeze your elbows, make lemonade, and close the jaw. Woo! Yeah. So when you go back up, what you lost the close the jaw action. That's all. You were in a little bit of a back bend at the beginning. As soon as I told you to hug your elbows in, the rest of it got disorganized. So I know it was like so many things to think about.
Yeah.
But when you go up, put your feet on the wall and think close the jaw. After that point, then you can start to play with removing feet and stuff. But for a first time, that was amazing. Now you just get to do it and do it and do it. And after 3, 4, 5 times, you'll start to find balance. Well done.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I love watching people do the thing. It's so fun. Allie, you're up. Hi. You're muted, so I can't hear you, but I trust. Just go ahead and do it. I'm going to see everything I need to see, and you're going to do great.
Sorry.
You're fine.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can. I just need to see you, though, so you're all good.
Sorry.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, Allie. Woo! Good. Now breathe. Don't panic.
What am I doing now?
Good. Now you just stay there and you breathe. And you try to find some... Yeah.
Not now or not. But now I am.
Bend your knees. Listen to me. Bend your knees. Put your feet on the wall. Pause.
Yeah.
Now close the jaw. Yes. Good. Now breathe. Now you can practice straightening one leg up and then just play. What would it take? Yeah. Good. Take a rest. That was amazing. She's going back up. She's like, no rest. We've created a headstanding monster. I love it.
Okay.
I mean, girlfriend, you're up. Now it's just a matter of, can I stay up and calm myself and take like 3 deep breaths and then play, okay, 1 foot, put it back. Okay, 1 foot, now maybe the other foot, put it back, and you'll start to find your way up there. But that was amazing. You got up smoothly. Your core is organized. So well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Sita.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Yeah. So, can you see me?
I can see you, yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Your hips are so nicely stacked. Yes, queen. Beautiful focus. Yeah, fight those elbows in. Beautiful. Now to come down, send your hips back a little bit. Try to come down with the same control. Hips back, hips back. Yes, Sita. Gorgeous. Yeah, I love seeing that control.
I was trying to do it with the crow pose, but I'm not getting it.
Yeah, so
back to crow pose. No, I'm not getting it.
Well, try one more time. Try one more time. Stay in the headstand less time. Like go up and come right back down just for time's sake. Try to you need your hips a little further back and try to land your knees slightly outside your arms. Here you brought your knees to the middle and between your arms. If you had taken them a little bit wider, you would have landed on your arms. Try it one more time. Just don't spend time in the headstand. Go straight to the transition. And then Vera, you asked about your Zoom hand. I do not see your Zoom hand up. So if you have the ability to click it, click it. Good. Awesome. Good. So on your way down, think hips back and open your knees a little bit. Yes. And go outside the arms. Pause. Yes. Slow.
Yeah.
Okay, girlfriend, you had it, but you went too fast. That's all.
I know.
This transition is slow. So the moment you land, knees on arms, stop. And then go, okay. What now? Yeah, and then from there, hips down, head up. But I mean, it was happening. Keep practicing it. You're gonna have that like this week. It's so close.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
You're so there. All right, Shari.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you.
Hi. You're welcome.
I would like to try doing the crow to headstand and then back down to the crow and kick out.
Let's go.
Hoping you can spot whatever goes wrong.
Absolutely.
Okay.
My favorite thing ever, spotting what goes wrong in people's arm balances. Good. Nice.
Should I be squeezing my butt or relaxing?
Yeah. No, squeezing, but you're pretty good there. You don't need any more squeezing. Start to move your hips backwards so that you can bring your knees onto your arms. Mm-hmm. Good. Now go slightly outside the arms with the knees. Yeah, and then squeeze in. Yes. Start to lower your butt. Good. Now face forward like you're licking your yoga mat. Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Okay. I lost a little at the end, but
Who cares?
it's more practice.
Exactly. Who cares? We're practicing. I told you my biggest thing today is I just want to teach you guys how it works, and then you go off and on your own and you practice. But like, hello, that was amazing. Now you know what to do. You have all the pieces. It's just repetition.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well done. Amazing. Maria, you're up next. Okay, hold on, Mamacita. You are so close to the camera that I can see only your forearms. Can you push the camera back? Yeah, that's a little better. Good. Whoop. Good. Now put your feet on the wall and push your butt off the wall. Yeah, good. Now close the jaw, get that core organized. Beautiful. Now just breathe up there. Yeah. Good. I unfortunately cannot see your legs at all, but I see you're working to get organized up there, which is great. Yeah, that looks stable. Excellent. Good. That was great. I could see very little. I could only see basically your elbows. So if you want more coaching, we're going to need you to pull the camera way far away so that we can see your whole body, because I couldn't see anything about your legs. But it looked like you had some wobble at the beginning and then it looked a lot more stable. Did it feel okay? Yeah? Okay. Awesome. No? Can you unmute yourself? It's really hard to communicate. I can't see your face and I can't hear your voice.
Oh, I don't know how it got muted. I'll do it one more time. Is that?
Yeah, let's do it one more time.
It was my first time.
That was amazing. Good. Put your hands on the floor, not your forearms. Maria, start with your hands on the floor. You're starting with your elbows on the floor. Start with your hands on the floor and your elbows. Yeah, there you go. Good. And then move your hands back a little bit. Move your hands back away from your head. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Beautiful. Yeah, much better control this time. I love that. Good. Take that leg off the bed and put it on the wall. Okay, slow down a little bit. You're going up pretty fast. And rather than kind of falling into the wall and then backtracking, I would love for you to go a little bit more slowly so you can have more control going up. So when you try it again, I might have to take a look at somebody else, but when you try it again, bring both knees to both arms and just pause there in the little ball, okay? Take a breath and then say, okay, can I take one leg up? And then pause. And then, okay, can I take the other leg up? That way will allow you to get up without sort of what just happened, right? Which is bumping the wall and then sort of falling sideways, which is totally fine. It happens, but slow it down. Good. Yeah, Diane, I see that. That's solid. Yeah, Maria. Yeah, Maria. Good. Now push into your hands and send your hips backwards a little. Don't do anything else. Yeah. Now think one leg. What happens if I go one leg up? Yeah, good. Okay, that's the control we want to build. Fantastic. That's so much better. Even if you didn't get up, but we're building control. Yes. Good. Now push those feet into the wall. Beautiful. Awesome sauce, girlfriend. Keep practicing that. You're doing fantastic. Each time you do it is getting better. Well done. All right, Elizabeth, you're up next.
Okay. I keep bouncing off the wall and I can't really hold it. That was my biggest issue.
Okay, let me see. Good. Make lemonade. Your elbows are fucking off a little. Yeah, there you go. Okay, girlfriend. Keep thinking, close the jaw. Yeah. And then okay. So here are two things that need to happen at once. I see what you're saying. Your back is doing a tiny bit of this. So two things. Close the jaw. And as you just experienced, when you close the jaw, your legs come right back down. So it's close the jaw and send your legs towards the wall. So two things going in two different directions. Try that again.
Okay.
Good. Close the jaw first, and then legs back. Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. Slow down. Yeah. There you go. You're finding it. Yeah. There you go. So that's the negotiation.
way better.
Your nervous system is having a field day trying to figure it out, but you've got it figured out now. Yes, that's control. Beautiful. Yeah.
Yay, thank you.
You ended up, you're welcome. You ended up putting a tiny hinge in your hips, and that was actually working really well for you. When you did that, I think it was natural, like a natural thing, and it just like locked you in. So whatever you did, just do more of that. Fabulous.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. All right, Jazz and Lily.
Hi. So
Hi.
with mine, I'm not sure I'm getting all the way up or whether my legs are, as you said, tight, which they are.
Let me see. Good. Slide your hands closer to your face. Once your hands lift, yeah. Do you feel like your hands lifted? Right. So when you go out, like when your butt is in the air, slide your hands a little closer to your face before you take your legs up. Try that one more time.
Yeah, that's what my hands are lifting, right? Okay.
Yep. There you go. Yes, most excellent. Yeah. Good. Okay. So I want you to try that one more time. This time you sort of hopped into it. And whenever we add hop, we add momentum, and then you have to contend with that additional momentum.
Okay.
Try doing the one leg at a time version. Take one leg up and use that leg as like a powerful lever. I'll talk you through it. Good. One leg goes up when you're ready. Watch your elbows. You see how they're going out and your hands are lifting? Yeah. Good. Reach that leg powerfully. Yes. Good. Okay.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. I'm not done with you.
Okay.
I'm going to try one more thing. Okay. I see what you're saying. Your flexibility in your legs is actually hindering you from going up in this way just today. It's going to get better. So let's try little ball version. Okay. When you come in, bring one knee to your chest and then the other knee to your chest, and just try to hold there. And then we'll have you straighten the legs at once. Try that one more time, and then you're golden. Good. Much better hand position. One leg at a time. Knee to chest. Yes. Yeah, good. Okay, my friend.
I get that. Okay, so the trigger is bring the knees to chest and then move the other leg.
Then go up. And what I want to highlight for you is you are finding your oh shit point and you're freaking out and you're moving your hands. That happens
Yeah.
to everyone. When you find the moment that makes you go, oh shit, that's actually the moment where you need to push down into the hands and trust yourself. Because you're finding that moment and you're going, let go. And you're like, no, that moment is the moment where you're actually going to find your pose. So when you go, oh shit, that's the moment where you double down on the commitment. Well done. That was awesome. I'm glad we were able. Yeah.
I wanted to ask how to stay up. So I'm getting up, but what am I doing?
Nat should be back in just a moment.
Welcome back, everybody. Can I please ask everyone to mute themselves? Actually, let me just do a mute all. Okay, I did a mute all, and I'm still unmuted. That's great. Fabulous. Lily, we were just asking in my room, somebody was asking, how do I stay up? Like, okay, we talked about getting up, but how do I stay up? So the staying up, my friends, is a combination of close the jaw and pull the legs back. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and a little bit more of this and a little bit of less of that, right? So finessing that is where the actual balance comes from. And Lily, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to actually see you, but the staying up is, okay, which way am I falling? And once we identify which way you're falling, it's how do we do the opposite action so you don't fall in that direction. There's a cue and a tweak for literally everything, okay? And there's only so much that we have time to do today. So I want to take 2 minutes to stretch out your neck, and then we're going to move into a couple of other things. So please meet me in a forward foldy fold, like so. By the way, I hope you're proud of yourself, whether you unlocked something new today or not. You joined, you tried it, you're still here, and that deserves celebration. Please bring your hands to the back of your skull and pull down on your head, almost like you're trying to decapitate yourself with love. Yeah? Decompress your neck in the other direction. And as I said before, my goal today was to introduce you to the way that we teach, to our methodology, which I have yet to see or hear anywhere, to show you what's possible when you have somebody's eyes on your practice, giving you tips and coaching in the moment that you need it, and to show you that you're a fucking badass and you can do anything you want with your body. Good. And then release your hands, shake that yes, shake your head yes, and shake your head no. But nothing, my friends, nothing will replace practice, okay? If you came to this class and expected perfection in one class without any practice, that's called delusion. We can't be delusional. Good. And then come back upright. Have a seat. And then we'll take a little neck stretch. Bring your head to one side, pick a side, any side, and just grab a hold of your head and give a couple of breaths. Now, if you've never done a headstand before in your life, chances are your muscles are going to feel it tomorrow. So if you wake up in the morning and you say, my upper back is hurting, my neck is hurting, it'll be gone by Tuesday or Wednesday, okay? Muscle soreness is normal when we use our muscles in new ways. Good. And then let that go and take it to the other side. Beautiful, my friend. Let's give it a big breath right there. Fabulous work. Let that go. And then if it feels good for you to do a couple of neck circles, one in each direction, just to loosen a little bit of that out. Please feel free to. You guys did an amazing, amazing job. And I hope you are having fun. We are not quite done yet. Let me see. How can I get this screen back up? Amazing, you guys. So, as promised, we're going to talk a little bit more, and then I'm going to leave a few minutes at the end of class for questions. Okay, but my goal with this class was to show you how the Yogi Flight method works, and to show you that an approach based on mechanics and an approach that kind of addresses what's going on up here gets results a lot faster than just get stronger, and go to a million yoga workshops, right? I would love to hear in the chat just for me to have temperature on the room. Did you learn something today that you had not learned previously in a yoga class or a yoga workshop? Just for me to know. It's okay if you say no. I know that our teaching is different and awesome, but maybe we didn't teach you something new. Yeah. Cool. I'm glad. That was my intention. Okay. Now, once you can answer for any pose that you want to practice, whether it's one-legged crow, handstand, pincha, flying pigeon, any pose, once you can answer these questions, you'll fly it effortlessly. Okay. Where's my center of gravity in this pose? What are the alignment points for this pose? What are the mechanics that make that pose fly? So once my body parts are in position, what do I do with my body parts? How do I create the mobility and the engagement quickly in the specific muscles that need it? And how do I fix what's going wrong? If you can answer, and when you can answer these questions for yourself for any pose, you're golden. The pose is yours because you know how to warm up for it. You know how to avoid the things that go wrong. You know how to prepare your body. You know how to align it. And there's no reason why you can't fly. And if you're looking at this list and going, I see why I need to know that, but I actually don't know that, that's where we can help. Okay. Is it okay with you if I take about 15 minutes to share a special offer I put together for you to help you continue this journey into 2026, if this is part of your goals for yourself? I would like permission before I just start yapping. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. So if you're ready to fly, not in a year, like you saw what was possible in one class. Can you imagine if you did this for 3 months every weekend? What would be possible? Yeah. If you're ready to fly, not in a year, but like now in the next few weeks, I invite you to join me inside Yogi Flight School, where we turn normal humans into absolute arm balancing ninjas in a matter of weeks. And like these humans, you could be unlocking stuff that's a figment of your imagination right now. I love this. If you would have told me in January that I would do this by June, I wouldn't have believed you. I love this one. The biggest win was the moment I realized how much my limiting beliefs are holding me back, and this nice feeling of breaking through that with this chin stand. I never ever thought I could do this stuff, but I'm in the air, and that's what counts. This was my dream pose when I joined Yogi Flight School. Today, I can do it anywhere, anytime without hesitation or fear. I just love all these photos of normal humans just like you who started this practice as full-fledged adults, never having done gymnastics or anything else, just because they decided to follow their heart and decided that they want to do this because it lights them up and for no other reason. Okay. In a few moments, I'm going to open enrollment to Yogi Flight School, and I'm going to tell you all about what you can expect inside the program. Now, in case it feels like the right choice for your practice and for your life. So inside Yogi Flight School, I hand you my step-by-step process, training, and coaching to unlock over 30 arm balances and inversions. Today, we looked at 2. We teach you 30 inside the program, and then some, because some poses have multiple variations. It's a full yoga program that will support your practice for years to come. Inside, you'll find everything you need for your arm balance practice. We're talking step-by-step training, strategic warm-ups like we did here today that prepare the parts of your body that you need in the exact way you need them, wrist and shoulder prep exercises, modifications for every body type, every scenario, modifications for injuries, and my favorite, myofascial release for arm balances to play with those balls and help you get access to your poses. Inside module 1, we learn the crow pose family. Today we learned 1, but there's a whole bunch more to learn in module 1. In module 2, we learn revolved arm balances, the twisty ones. In module 3, we learn open or straight leg arm balances. In module 4, we learn open hip arm balances, flying pigeon, grasshopper, and all of those. Module 5, we go into all 7 of the headstands. Today we looked at 1 of them. There are 6 more to learn. In module 6, we learn handstand and all of its variations, the tuck, the L shape, the split leg, the straight. In module 7, we learn pincha, forearm stand, and all of its variations. And in module 8, we get into back bend inversions. That's your scorpion handstand, scorpion forearm stand, and chin stand, okay? So you have lifetime access to all of the training to teach you how to do these specific poses. You also get lifetime access to personalized coaching. We have a members only online community where you post videos of your practice, and our coaching team, who's here with you today on this call, are in there furiously giving you written feedback on your videos that you post. You also get 12 weeks of live classes like this. So this class that we did today, we do this every single week on Zoom, but without the slideshow, like just the actual class part of it. We get together every Saturday for 2 hours. We do the poses together, and then we put you in breakout rooms with coaches. Those calls are much smaller than today's call. There's only about 20 students in a breakout room versus the 50 or 60 that we had here today. And you get much more one-on-one time with the coaches. You get 12 weeks of access to those classes with their recordings. They're every Saturday at the same time as today's class, and we start next weekend, okay? If you're like, wait, why 12 weeks? Because not everybody wants to attend a live class for longer than that. So we give you an option to extend that if you want more than 12 weeks, but the program comes with 12 weeks, okay? And you also get a bunch of bonuses. I'm really committed to making our community and our program a no-brainer for you. So we pack it full of everything you might need for your yoga practice. You're also going to get 50 vinyasa classes with me that build you up towards an arm balance or inversion. If you're like, today I woke up, it's Sunday morning, I just want to do a yoga class at home that takes me on a journey to this cool arm balance. You just press play and it does the whole thing. The warm up, the cool down, the whole thing. You get 50 of these for life that you can watch and practice anytime. Now, if we only talked about your body, I would be leaving you high and dry. Because as you learned earlier, half of the battle is up here. What are you telling yourself? What are you allowing your stories to tell you? What are you believing? And how can you switch out of that so you can keep moving forward? And this is bigger than just your yoga mat. These are mindset training for your life. Anytime you're stuck with something, you can come into this section and it's like a kick in the pants with love from Nat. You also get the Chaturanga Masterclass. This is a 2-hour nitty-gritty detailed masterclass on how to practice the yogi push-up. We established we don't need Chaturanga for the vast majority of your arm balances, but this pose shows up in pretty much every yoga class, vinyasa at least, so you might as well learn how to do it properly so you can practice pain-free for years to come. You're also going to get my Unfuck Your Wrists mini course. This is a course dedicated to helping you get out of wrist pain. If you are a person who has wrist pain in your yoga practice, this thing will get you out of pain. We go into wrist anatomy, trigger point therapy, myofascial release, and of course, specific wrist strengthening and stretching techniques that are going to help you get out of pain. We also give you a bonus of the back bends bundle. Inside Yogi Flight School, we teach you all the cool arm balances, right? But what about back bends? Did you know that the splits is a back bend? And wheel pose, obviously, is a back bend. We also give you a bundle of workshops and classes to help you work towards these stunning yoga poses that everybody wants to practice, but that are not technically arm balances. We still want to make sure that you have education on those as well. And last bonus, but not least, my personal favorite, myofascial release for arm balances. Inside the course, there is a bonus section that has videos specifically to teach you how to use the balls to open up areas of your body that are causing you pain and stopping you from getting into the poses. This alone, I could sell by itself, but I have a separate fascia course, but this is highly targeted and specific for your arm balance practice. Got problems in your shoulders for handstand? Go to the handstand module, do the balls, and then practice your handstand, and you'll feel the difference pretty remarkably quickly. All right? When you join Yogi Flight School, you also are invited to our exclusive members-only in-person events. Once a year, our community gets together in person. Our next event is coming up in Quebec City, Canada, June 27th and 28th. 2 days of arm balance and inversions workshops just with the Yogi Flight School community. If you're a yoga teacher, when you join us, you get a certificate of completion at the end. Everybody gets one. But if you're a yoga teacher, you can then register those units as continuing education. So this is an investment in your teaching as well, and it will help you teach these poses to your students. So to recap, I knew I threw a lot at you. When you join us, you get lifetime access to the Yogi Flight School training program for 30 arm balances and inversions, a certificate of completion with 30 continuing education credits, unlimited coaching in our community forever, and 12 weeks of our live Zoom classes with coaching like you got today, and the recordings of those classes. That can be extended past the 12 weeks if you want, but you don't have to. And the 6 bonuses that you see at the bottom. Those are also lifetime access. Vinyasa classes, mindset training, the Chaturanga Masterclass, the Unfuck Your Wrists course, the Back Bends bundle, and myofascial release for arm balances. Now let's talk a little bit about what this costs. Yeah. But let me tell you how much you could pay to learn all this stuff and how much I paid. Okay. So do you guys go to yoga workshops? I used to love yoga workshops when I was living in Los Angeles. I would do one every weekend. They're about $30 to $50. And it was like a crow pose workshop, a handstand workshop, a pincha workshop. And you'd spend like $30 or $40 and you get the workshop and it's like 90 minutes. And when it's finished, it's finished. That's it. You can't review the information. You can't go back to the teacher and ask for coaching. And if you wanted to learn 30 poses like that, it's like 30 workshops, like $1,500, right? You can do a one-on-one. You can hire a one-on-one coach. Usually in my area, they cost about $150 per hour. About 20 hours, if you want to get really proficient with these poses, you're looking at $3,000. I did it the next way below by paying $15 per yoga class 3 times a week. That's $2,300 a year of yoga classes to learn this stuff. Or, of course, you could do it the free way. YouTube tutorials, Instagram videos. And those are going to be good to a degree, but they're usually incomplete and they don't offer coaching. And as you saw today, some of you had a breakthrough with the coaching. The coaching is really, really helpful. So you're about to have 2 options to join Yogi Flight School Live. Both options include lifetime access to the program, lifetime access to coaching in the community, lifetime access to the bonuses, and 12 weeks of live classes, okay? And their recordings. And the 12-week piece, you can extend it if you want to have longer access, okay? Now, if you were to come to me and say, Nat, I want you to help me get my handstand and my pincha off the wall, will you help me? And I said, sure. That'll be $17 for all of the training that you need for each pose, including unlimited coaching. Would you feel that that's a good deal? I would. I paid a lot more than that to learn this. And that's really what's in front of you right now. You can join us and start flying inside Yogi Flight School today for 6 monthly payments of $99.50. So that means that for today, for less than $100, you can get started right away. You get access to everything immediately, the entire program. You do commit to completing all 6 payments. This is not a subscription. Like you can't do 1 month and then be like, I want to cancel. If you do this, you are committing to the 6 payments. And once the 6 payments are complete, it's yours forever. Okay. Or you can be like, I don't want payments. I just prefer to pay in full. A one-time payment of $497. It's one payment only. You get immediate access to all of the things. This is our most cost-effective option. And there's no recurring payments after that. And with either option, when you go to checkout, by the way, the link is on the screen. Team, you can start putting the link in the chat, yogiflightschool.com/ninja if you want to join. You will have a button to increase your access for 1 year. For $149, you can extend to have live classes for a year. But you have everything else forever, okay? We have a success guarantee, okay? If after 30 days of working through the course, requesting support from our coaches, participating in the community, we're unable to get you flying, you can get 100% of your money back. But we're going to ask to see that you're doing the work. Why? Because nothing works if you don't do it. If you buy a program, don't do it, and expect results, that's also delusion. But if you do it, it will work. And if it doesn't work, you'll get your money back. I don't want unhappy money and I don't want unhappy ninjas. But we will ask you to lean in and allow us to help you, okay? If you do what we teach, your results are guaranteed. Now, I love people who follow their heart when something happens that lights them up. I love it when people follow their heart and don't talk themselves out of the things that light them up. I talked myself out of things that lit me up my whole fucking life. And I refuse to do that anymore. And I want to inspire you to also take action when your heart speaks. So for those of you who are already in your heart a hell yes, if you join us or when you join us while we are on this call today, you're going to get a very special gift of a private lesson, one-on-one, just you and a Yogi Flight School coach. This is a $150 value, and I cannot tell you how much progress you can make with 30 minutes, just you and a coach. You saw what was possible in 1 or 2 minutes. Can you imagine if you had 30 minutes? Okay. And when you join us while we're still on the call today, you're also going to get a Stack Your Shit shirt. I'm not wearing mine. She's wearing hers in the photo. Stack Your Shit shirt delivered to your house in your size so that you can rock your ninja tricks in style. Okay? So to recap everything one more time, you can join with one payment of $497 or 6 installments of $99.50. Lifetime access to the entire program and the coaching, 12 weeks access to live classes, and if you join now while we're still here, you get a private lesson and a t-shirt. You will get an email that says, congratulations, click here to book your private lesson and to order your t-shirt. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled on your emails if you do that. All right, I'm gonna take questions in just a little bit. I have a couple more things I wanna tell you. If you're thinking, I had so much fun today, but I'm not ready to sign up for an arm balance program, I still don't even have crow pose. You can't be ready for something you've never done before. Action is what creates confidence and readiness. All you need is a desire. If you have a desire to fly, we start from the ground up. We work with anyone at any level of their practice. All you need is a desire. We will help you the rest of the way. If you're thinking, sounds great, but I can't afford it, I want to pause for a second. If it's a decision between feeding your children and putting food on your table, for the love of God, do not sign up. Be smart. But I know for me, when in the past I've said I can't afford it, it's been fear that I'm going to sign up, but I'm not going to do it. It's going to be yet another course that I bought that just sits there. Guilt that somebody else in my family needed that money more, but I went and I spent it on myself. But if I'm honest, when I said I can't afford it, I also turned around and went to the hairdresser that same week and spent the same amount of money getting my hair done. I just outed myself. So I'm only sharing this with you because we're all the same in a lot of ways. So if you're having an I can't afford it conversation, ask yourself, is it truly that you can't afford it, or there's fear underneath? And this is literally the transformation in front of you today. Do you want to keep doing what you've always done? Or do you want to take a leap into a new possibility? If you ask yourself better questions, you get better answers. Who do I need to be? And what do I need to do to afford the first installment by Thursday? We close registration on Thursday. When you ask questions like that, the answer will come, rather than being like, I can't, okay? You are 100% responsible for what you generate and don't generate in your life. Don't give up your power to your circumstances, time, money, other people. That's all out there. What do you want? You can generate what you want always. And how good is this going to feel when this is you in a few weeks? We call this series of photos Ninjas in the Wild in our community. We tell people to go out and take pictures of themselves doing ninja tricks in the wild, and then they post it inside our community and we celebrate, because how much fun is this? I don't know, this lights up my entire soul. And nothing feels better than being in a yoga class and the teacher called out the pose and you can finally do it. You don't have to ask, you don't have to look around, you don't have to feel like an idiot, you just do it. That is the promise of Yogi Flight School. Okay, so to recap, one payment or 6 installments. Join while we're live right now. Get a private lesson and a t-shirt. I'm going to stay on for 10 minutes to answer questions. You see the cute little timer there? When that timer gets to 0, I will pull the winner of the leggings, and I will put up a slide on the screen where you can go get your freebies as a thank you for staying until the end. I promised you freebies. You're going to get them as soon as this timer hits 10 minutes or hit 0. All right. Let me answer questions. So let's see. Where's the Q&A box? Put your questions in the Q&A. Edith, the classes are at 6 p.m. in Israel time. Okay. So hopefully that helps. I'll type it 6 p.m. just in case. All right. Questions. Please put questions in the Q&A box. Because I can't, so the team, can you please post the link in the chat over and over and over and over and over? Those of you who are asking, where can I sign up? The link is right there on the screen, yogiflightschool.com/ninja. The team is posting the link in the chat over and over and over. Just click that link. Please put your questions in the Q&A box. Emma, what time are the sessions live for East Coast time? Same as today. So East Coast, 11 a.m., 11 to 1. West Coast, 8 to 10. Okay, we start at 8 a.m. Pacific time, the same time that this class started today. All right, so I answered the thing. Emma, I would only be able to join 1 hour late on the first class. Yeah, that's totally okay. All of our classes are recorded. If you miss a class, if you show up a little bit late, oftentimes we close the class after we start the warm-up so that people don't walk in after the warm-up. But once you're a member of Yogi Flight School, we're not going to lock you out of things that you've paid for. Yeah. So absolutely. All the classes are recorded. If you miss a class, it goes in the library and you can catch up on it afterwards. Suzanne, what is included? So I just spent about 15 minutes going through everything that was included. I'm not going to go through it again, but if you want, you can click the link that's in the chat and go to the page and you'll see everything that's included. Okay. But I just went through all the slides. What are the, okay, this is done. This is done. I'm finished. Okay. Nat, is it you leading the course on all the lives? It is me and my team. Okay. I'm so happy to have curated a team of incredible teachers. Each of them has a specialty. My specialty is saying fuck a lot and and teaching things in a nitty-gritty way. We have handstand specialists. We have backbend specialists. We have hip poses specialists. We have flexibility specialists. So yes, I teach a lot of them and so does my team. So you will be fully supported by a very talented team of teachers, and it's not always me in class. And I love that because I only know so much. And there are people who know more than me. And I have gone and I have brought them. And I have said, teach what you know. Yeah. So you want to learn from other people as well. All right. Answer live. Amazing. So like this round, I'm going to be leading a retreat in Mexico for 2 of the weekends. So you're going to be with our team and then I'll be back in and out. Doesn't matter who's teaching. The method is the same. Yeah. Are you doing a YTT soon? Yes, Maria, I'm doing a teacher training this summer. It starts July 18th. YTT does not cover arm balances. We cover our arm balances inside Yogi Flight School, and our YTT is all yoga philosophy, anatomy, how to teach, how to sequence classes, breath work, subtle body, all of the other stuff. Somebody put the link to the YTT, Danny, for Maria in the chat, in the Q&A box, please. Thank you. Julie, I need to figure out finances. Will the offer still stand until Thursday? Yes. So you have until Thursday to join. On Thursday night, we close. Why? Because we cannot be in promotion mode and serving our students mode at the same time. So we give this free training, we enroll for 4 days, and then we start our classes next weekend. So you have until Thursday to join. Of course, the free t-shirt and private lesson, that's now only, but you can absolutely join and you'll still get all of the other bonuses. Absolutely. I can't afford this month. When can I come back? So we're not opening the program again until the end of the year. So I am a big proponent of, if you start a sentence with I can't, that's exactly what you're going to create. Ask yourself better questions. What can I do to afford it this month? That is going to open possibility rather than saying I can't afford it this month. Okay. Your transformation begins here. Who do you get to be and what do you get to do? How long is each class? 2 hours. We do a 45-minute warm-up and then we break out we do the poses and then breakout rooms. We usually do 3 breakout rooms in each class. Will there be any access to my retreats? Yeah, my retreats are open to the public. You can join my retreats anytime. Right now they're sold out. I have 2 retreats this year that are sold out. We have Canada. Canada is open. It's not really a retreat though. We call that a 2-day workshop. So that workshop is available for registration now. And I have a yoga teachers retreat in November. All my other retreats are sold out this year, but you can sign up for those anytime. What sensation normal? So Joni, it's normal to feel pressure. Pressure, heaviness. Yeah, if you're feeling something else, let us know. I think Sylvia is typing in the chat for you. Taya, there is no difference. This is the course that's on the YFS website. Okay. This one has live classes. This is our best, highest touch program. Other options for individual workshops, there are not. I do not believe in just doing one workshop because the practice is not linear. And you're going to unlock this other pose before you unlock this pose. And if I only teach you this one pose in this one workshop, you're missing the entire possibility over there. And gaining skills that you gain, learning one pose, apply over to this other pose. So I don't believe in just doing that's the old way. of doing it. That's the traditional, just take a yoga workshop. Traditional way, it took me years to learn arm balances because I did it the traditional way. And I created Yogi Flight School to break through the traditional way and to give you one place to learn everything, because it's like this. Everything feeds everything else. Okay, so I hope that helps. Saturdays don't work for me till October. Will this be again available again in the fall? Not in the fall, but in 2027. Possibly in the fall. We haven't planned that far ahead yet. But the classes are recorded, so you can follow the replays if that's an option for you. Suzanne, no worries. You can review the replay after. I don't have time to reiterate everything. Will the lessons in the program we buy be updated, or the recordings are made once and forever? So Olga, the course has all the pre-recorded training. That's not changing. That's our bread and butter methodology. What changes is the live workshops. Every time we teach a live workshop, you get the updated information from that live workshop. I'm constantly going out and learning new things. Our coaches are constantly going out and learning new things and then bringing them to the workshops. So the library is constantly growing with new content, but the meat and potatoes of the course that teaches you 30 arm balances, that is tried, tested, and proven content. You don't want me to change that content every week. You want what is guaranteed to work, right? And what has worked for tens of thousands of people. So that stuff doesn't change. Will we receive the replay of this session? Yes, you will. You will have until Thursday to watch it again. On Thursday, when we close enrollment, the replay goes away too. We move to serving our students. If I register, can I choose when I start? Unfortunately, you cannot. We start all together, but what you can do, Sue, is you can sign up for the 1-year extension. So we're going to start April 25th, but if you upgrade to a whole year of the live classes, you can just jump in July when you're ready. Yeah, but we're not going to have an enrollment period in July, so you wouldn't be able to sign up then. You'd have to sign up now and just pay for the year extension. That way you have all the way until next April to do the live classes. Does it matter the order in which you learn the poses? No, it does not. We go in a specific order, and we always encourage people to jump around, because you're going to unlock a pose from like module 4 before you unlock a pose from module 1. That is normal, and we encourage people to hop around. Do you do in-person classes in other locations? So we hop around every year, Chelsea. So our students, our community travels from across the world to attend our events. We are very unlikely to ever go to Texas. So if we do it in the US, it's on the coasts. So Texas is never going to be an option. So we were in the US 2 years ago. Last year, we were in Europe. This year, we're in Canada. Next year, we're going to go to Europe again. We alternate back and forth. Europe, North America, because our community is very much in both places. So Canada is as close as we're going to get to Texas until 2028. All right. When will we receive the recording? I'm still here, so as soon as I process the recording, I'll send it to you in an hour or two. The 12th week is July 4th. Is that when it ends? I have to look at the exact dates, but yes, roughly then. Is the price stands until Thursday? Yep, the price is the same until Thursday. If I miss this window, can I buy the online course without the Zoom? We're only enrolling for the answer to that question right now is no, Taya. This is the offer. It has so it's the course with the lives. The lives and the course go like this together. At the moment, it's not possible to get to not get the lives. What are the dates for Canada? June 27th and 28th. And I'll tell you a secret. When you join Yogi Flight School, after you pay, you will be presented with an offer to join us in Canada at a discount, in case you want to do that. Or if you're not joining Yogi Flight School, you can come to Canada, but it will be not at a discount. Okay, the 10 minutes are done. I have to go. Does the extension give you access to more than 12 classes? Oh, yeah. Sarah, the extension gives you access to all of our live workshops for the entire year. So it's more than 12 classes. It's 50. We teach 50 classes a year. We take 2 weeks off. So if you do the extension, you will get 50 arm balance workshops. I don't know why I said 50 with my hands like this. 50 arm balance workshops throughout the course of a year. Okay. And they're all like, we do the modules, but then we also do additional workshops on things like press handstand, jumping through in your vinyasas, floating to the top of your mat, rocket vinyasa, meridian yoga. We have all kinds of stuff some stuff that I hadn't even heard of that my coaches are bringing to the table. Can you do the extension later? You can, but the extension later is way more expensive. We give you a 63% discount. Okay. I'll just be honest with you. If you join and you don't do the extension later is $397. If you do the extension today, it's $149. So you get a way better deal by doing it today, but you can absolutely wait and do it later. No problemo. All right. So that is all of the questions that I see in the Q&A box right now. Let me bring my little doohickey back. To pick the winner of our leggings. Oh my God. Yes, Maria, it's 140. If you just go to the link that we're posting, the answers to your questions are right there. If you have any pricing questions, just go to the link. I wrote it all down for you so you can see it with your beautiful eyeballs. Okay. Jenny is going to hook me up. Oh, Kelsey hooked me up. Ooh. Drum roll, please. The winner of the Yogi Flight School leggings is... Should I just do this like for an obscenely long time, just for fun? Drum roll, please. Melissa Maikos. Melissa Maikos. Where are you at, Melissa? Pop it in the chat. Are you still here? Woohoo! Congrats, Melissa. So, Melissa, here's your job. Send us an email. Yeah, she's still here. Boom, boom. Send us an email to support@yogiflightschool.com. Okay? That will open up the conversation. We will send you a link to go look at the colors and the styles. And then you will respond to us with the color you want, the size, and your address, and we'll get it ordered for you. Okay, so just email us and we'll get it kicked off. Amazing. Now, everybody else, please go to the following link. Look at the one on the bottom. Okay, if you want to sign up for Yogi Flight School, it's the link on the top, Ninja. If you want the free stuff, so the myofascial release cheat sheet and the pose tracker, go to yogiflightschool.com/free. And that's where you get your freebies. And hit the download button to download them. Okay? There was another question here. Emma, can you do the extension later? No, that was not a question. Amazing, you guys. Hopefully you got the freebies. Hopefully you got everything you wanted. Yeah, Yulia, welcome. Everybody who's jumping in, welcome to Yogi Flight School. It is an absolutely incredible community of just, I'm in tears anytime I have to describe the humans that have found their way to us. I don't know anybody who has joined our community and lived to regret it. It's just an incredible place full of incredible people. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here today. Who got the mug? Emma, I don't know. What we're going to do is Kelsey has been here on the call the entire time. So we're going to regroup and then we're going to go to our social media account and we're going to count how many people tagged us. And then at random, we're going to pick a name. Okay. So look out for that on social media. If you won the mug, we will message you on social media. Okay. Amazing. Oh, your mini ninja is asking. We do sell all this stuff, by the way. I don't want to sell you stuff, but if you're like, oh, I didn't win the leggings and I didn't win the mug, but I want one, go to yogiflightschool.com/shop. And we have a bunch of stuff that you can buy if you want it. All right. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be here with us. It means the world. I hope that you feel like you learned something. I hope you feel like you gained a new perspective to approach these poses from. Super grateful to you for being here. Team, thank you. I'm just going to bring them up on the screen for a second because I absolutely could not do any of what I do without these beautiful humans. They're kind of all spread out on the screen right now, but please look for beautiful humans in a teal background and join me in saying thank you to them. There is no way in heck that I could support this many people on one call without them. And thank you guys. They pour their love, their heart, and their expertise into each and every call, and I'm so grateful for them. Thank you, everybody. Have a fabulous rest of your weekend. It was lovely to spend time with you. I will be sending the replay out soon. You have until Thursday to watch it, and I sincerely hope to see a bunch of you inside Yogi Flight School and on Zoom next Saturday as we kick off Module 1. Thank you, and have a beautiful rest of your day.